Speaking of what it sounds like we're live.
You always do the dumbest thing.
It's like at this point, whenever I say speaking of a blank, that's how you know we're live. Like I always start it with that.
And you say it really slowly, and there's not gonna be a good segue. You're just gonna randomly get to live at the end.
And it's funny every time.
That is the intro. We can do an
Well,
Ikimoto intro at this point too.
that's literally it.
Okay, it would be really funny to start the stream with the Ikimoto song.
Oh my god, we should. That said,
But like that thing you have on the homepage, the welcome to the Walky Talky podcast. I bet you get that guy to say like Ikimoto things.
okay. I don't know if they're even still alive. Whoever sung the Fairly Odd Parents theme, if we could get them, bro. Imagine. Not even for the song, just for the clout.
I like the song, odd, icky, fairly odd, icky, Ikimoto.
They would never agree to do it, but maybe they would.
Or the SpongeBob theme song guy. Ooh, who was a really icky mangaka under the sea? Ikimoto.
It's so stupid. It could even work. Okay, Rudo, I see Rudo's here. Rudo, if you want to speak, I would be more than happy to have you on. We are live on a podcast in case you wanted to discuss anything, but I'll leave it up to you. In fact, I will invite you to speak, and it's up to you whether you accept or reject that. So there you go. But, wow, okay, you reject it. Wow, okay. Well, never mind. Not wow, we're waiting for that.
I'm not really surprised by that. I was going to say, I'd be surprised if he did join, considering that he didn't join all those other times.
Yeah, I think he said he doesn't want to join in general, but I wanted to make sure. So, I was thinking, since you only have 30 minutes, what we could do is just respond to those. Well, this might take longer. I don't know. Do you want to respond to some of these tonight? We could do this another time. Some of these messages here. Some of these are pretty long, so this one's long. We could just go over other of these topics here.
I just keep going in order of the topics. Just go in order.
Okay. Well, with that being said, is this okay? We did this.
Yeah, you can delete that.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So,
what is going on?
Real quick, that top one.
Okay.
I was thinking about it. I've always been because I feel like in Two Blue Vortex for a while, I've been saying Sarada's never seen Borushiki. Sarada's never seen Borushiki because she wasn't there. She was unconscious when he came out. No, actually, no. She saw Borushiki in chapter 43. Because she says she saw Byakuya. Never mind. Yeah.
So she just has.
Well, ignoring that, Sarada did see Borushiki in chapter 78. She just had nothing to say about it.
Which is ridiculous.
I feel like that would have been a thing to make her concerned about.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, if anything, it's something she could have considered before sending her dad to go alone.
Yeah. I could have played into things one way or another.
At that point, I'm surprised that Sarada didn't go herself. Why did she stop? Really, it's because Naruto. But besides that, Mitsuki was chasing after him. It's just
right. She tried to stop Mitsuki.
I mean, she vocalized that she wanted Mitsuki to stop. She didn't try to stop Mitsuki. And I know
Boruto tried to stop Code more than she did with Mitsuki.
Yeah, her powerlessness that she felt Yeah, so she has to fall to her knees. I kind of expected her to abandon the village alongside Boruto at that point. I don't
Sakura tried to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Doesn't actually matter. But regardless of that, I guess you may delete this one.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was just really at the point of the fact that she's seen Borishiki. Just didn't really have anything to say about it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll come back to
Okay.
these comments.
Wait, was your wall of text related to the comments or
Yeah.
separate?
This was my response to
Okay.
the comments, or like additional response since I already started some response.
Okay.
And I think all of this is responding to the comments as well.
Okay.
This?
Maybe we should just do that comment then, considering how much is all it.
Okay.
That one comment's just gonna be streamed.
Exactly, that's the problem. That's why I want to do a separate dedicated stream to this, but I want to do it like either tonight or tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but like the next stream. And well, it could be tomorrow, but
I don't know when that is.
yeah, but I wouldn't just do a stream that's like titled "Addressing the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Hate." Like, I feel like that's pretty good for a title. It's like addressing comments like that would be a pretty good idea for a stream. It's like a whole stream on its own, and we do whatever segues we want as well for that. Like, that could work.
Yeah. Okay. Let's skip over all that then.
So, is this related to chapter 25? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and click on it.
Okay. I'm assuming you can't see this.
I can see it.
Oh, okay. I guess I just am sharing my screen. Okay, cool. Okay. Best chapter in 2 Blue Vortex so far, in my opinion.
You meant the Twitter part.
Yeah.
I can't see the Twitter part.
Okay. Let me... God, I hate this stupid app. Oh, you know what? Okay, here. This should work. Boom. Boom. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
So this person said, the best chapter in TBV so far, in my opinion. In just one chapter, we saw one important event. Milwaukee was, quote, revived, and we understood how thorn bulbs work. Well, just stop you right there. We don't understand how the thorn bulbs work because of those. But yeah, we saw it work, but we don't understand how it works.
Or why.
Yeah. And two, emotional development of Sarda. She finally was able to accept her feelings and admit them. I think he does more.
Well, before going on, no, she did that when she fought Ryu.
Exactly, that's what I wrote in the comment. It's like, she already did that.
Okay.
She's just saying it to Sugure.
Yeah.
Which is fine, something she needs to do, but it's not a thing.
So before going on, if you want to say 2, just pretend like 2 is correct. The resolution to Sarada and Sumare's conversations, translation, what he actually means. Fine. If that's your cup of tea, you're not into Boruto for the battle shonen aspects. You're into it for the romance, slice of life, melodrama, shout out Mellow, the soap opera. That's why you watch Boruto, for the soap opera drama. Then I guess I could understand why this could be someone's favorite chapter. But number 1, this is not a reason for this chapter to be the best chapter in all of 2 Blue Vortex. That's not a reason.
They stabbed the tree with the thorns.
Now, okay, if he translation, if he said because the Moegi Kanahamaru scene was really sweet, sure. That's not what they're saying. I'm not even going to give them the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah, it's about the thorn silks.
Yeah. But Honda 3 here.
Yeah, so Himawari's trying her best. You know, I'm not going to say it was her best. But ignoring that. Okay, so that's what's making it the best chapter.
Not only that, but like, why does it surpass chapter 11? It should be just as good. Was she not trying her best against Jura?
Boruto's training is way more interesting, and that was just a montage. Like, why wasn't that the best chapter?
I like how they just say this. Himawari's trying her best to become stronger. Isn't that what training is? So just any character training, that's them trying their best to become stronger. So
Yeah,
just Himawari trained.
Himawari's doing it.
Yeah, Himawari trained, so it's the best chapter of Two Blue Vortex. Like, what?
So, but what about chapter 1 when she was training?
Yeah. Oh my god.
And the chapter ends with interesting scene, and we finally see Momoshiki. We see him.
We saw him. He was there.
Readers are excited for the next chapter. Oh, you know how it says readers are excited for the next chapter and not this chapter?
This chapter. Yeah. This is his reason why this is the best chapter of Two Blue Vortex, because we're excited for the next one. At this point, I think we just are on board with that last one. Yeah. If we think next chapter could be good, this is the best chapter of Two Blue Vortex because of that. It gave us hope. Something no other Two Blue Vortex.
Well, definitely be better.
Yeah, it can't be any worse. We've hit the bottom.
Surprises us yet again.
Yeah, actually, it's writing peak. The quality is just like Momoshiki's despair. It hit rock bottom. It's the analogy. It's intentional.
No, Ikimo is really giving us that low point.
Peak cover. I can't unsee the Himawari like noodle leg. Like, bro, it's like it's the first thing I see.
I mean, I think the cover's fine overall. It's pretty good overall.
The cover's fine. It's a little bit deep fried, but like that's
cover.
fine. It's they experiment with the colors anyways. The leg is the thing that throws me off. It does not bend that way, and it's not just some background thing. I can't stop myself from seeing it, even if I try. It's like I didn't even know what this was. I scroll down, I see this before I see the cover. I didn't know this was the cover before I recognized the leg.
Yeah, I just don't like her pants style. Like I said, I don't know if it's a Japanese style of pants, and if so, then I'm not gonna hate them too much for it, but it's ugly.
I mean, I think the pants are fine. Maybe they're a little bit dark, but like compared to the rest of the cover, I guess.
No, it's the fact that her thigh is this big, and then her ankle is 6 times bigger.
I mean, they are baggy pants. Except for when they aren't.
Like, what is the ugliest style of pants ever?
I do think this is a fashion thing, though. I do think there are pants that exist like this. It's basically like a dress, but it like doesn't work like that.
And I'm saying, that's fine if he's referencing that. I just think it's ugly.
I think the design here can be cool. I don't know what it is, because it's too dark, but like the red part here I think could be cool. And the belt I just think is cool. It's a freaking dope-looking belt.
Yeah.
This has more quality put in the belt than the whole rest of the cover combined.
Overall, I think the cover's good. I just don't like the pants, though. But
sure. Is that it for this one?
Our goat return. Wait, scroll up. By God, the worst chapter. Wait, scroll down. He's going so fast. Okay, scroll down. Down. Okay, by God, the worst chapter except for the last pages. The last pages are what made it the worst.
This guy did not like the love plot thread.
That's it for this one, though.
Okay. That's the thing, is that I feel like a lot of people are just going to say the love plot thread is boring because they hate the subject matter rather than the writing of it. And it's
the same as the misguided conversation. The difference is I think that one was narratively pretty good, but
yeah.
You can delete that or put in news topics. I don't care.
You didn't say this, I don't think.
I'll just say it again, but not only is this post doing but these things happen thing, it's like they're ignoring chapter 21 when Sarada already accepted and admitted her feelings. The only difference is she's telling Sumire about them, which isn't what he said in the post.
Okay, so yeah, that is just what you said last night. Yeah, you didn't say tonight though, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll try to. Yeah. Okay, what's after that?
Making pretty good time. Good progress.
Oh yeah, this next one.
Okay.
To click on the post.
I dare you to show me a greater aura farmer than Momoshiki in Nujin Mamba, and I'll deactivate. Look at all that aura, Kamui. It's rock bottom despair. To be fair, okay, to be fair, I'll give this guy the benefit of the doubt. He's using the Japanese scans. He might not know any of the dialogue that was happening here, and it just is judging it based on the appearance. And sure, based on the appearance alone, I think aside from the stupid, goofy-looking tie, Momoshiki does look really cool.
Yeah, especially the bottom panel.
Yeah, like, if not the design, then the pose along with
he's got his hand on his stomach like he just ate a big meal.
Yeah, it's less about the pose and more of where he's doing the pose on. Just the cool part. Yeah. Either way.
I said, yeah, Momoshiki had so much aura when he complained about losing so badly that he was madly in despair and wanted to be erased from existence. So much aura, 10 out of 10.
Terrible. Oh my god. Okay. This?
Oh yeah, this chapter makes the prophecy arc infinitely 100 million times worse, by the way. Remember how Boruto didn't do anything to overcome Momoshiki, and he was just bailed out by Sasuke/Sarada? Yeah, so that made Momoshiki completely give up. So not only did Momoshiki give up, but Boruto isn't even the one who made him do it. Boruto didn't earn Momoshiki giving up. Sarada did. Sasuke.
Yeah, and just adding on to that, based on what I said last night, it's even worse to me the fact that Boruto has to be the one to confront Momoshiki as opposed to the other way around. Like, ignoring the fact that we
imagine
just
if at the end
hope.
of Naruto, Kakashi brings Sasuke back for Naruto, and then Sasuke gives up.
Imagine in the war arc when Naruto's confronting Madara and Ninetales is like, oh, Naruto, we need to team up because that Madara guy is even worse than you. Imagine Naruto has to convince Ninetales to do anything there. The exact opposite approach. Oh my god. He's stupid.
But yeah. I already kind of went over this vaguely the other day. Yeah, so by the way, so Boruto seriously trusts Momoshiki more than Koji?
I mean, he's not going back to Koji's hideout or listening to the 10 Directions updates or whatever else. Actually, I wonder if that's a thing. Does Boruto know about the updates? Does he think that Koji lied to him since he hasn't heard from Koji since? Maybe he thinks that Koji was just lying by saying that you die in every possible future and the fact that he didn't die. It's a possibility. But even then, I would still trust Koji over Momoshiki.
He knows about singularities of fates and how that changes the future, because Koji already explained that, so I feel like he has to know.
I mean, even if he doesn't trust Koji, that's different from distrusting Momoshiki. Boruto knows he doesn't trust Momoshiki. He doesn't know if he can trust Koji or not. He's by default more trustable based on that. The trust is more viable, at least. Oh my god.
Wait, have you read the full Viz chapter, by the way?
I looked at part of it.
Okay, because I did read it. For some stuff, so I saw your salad. We might want to do the salad boats thing
another time. Yeah. I also asked him on Twitter DMs, not just in the post.
So because I saw I read through that, which that has me wondering because the Viz chapter on its own, if I didn't read anything else, I think makes more things make more sense and makes more things better. Not perfect, but better. But then what he's saying in the post makes sense, which makes me wonder if it's just wrong. So I don't know what to believe.
Some of what he said, I have a different interpretation.
The two reliable translators are the same two people that we've been reading from. For some reason, he thought we didn't know about them, even though we literally talk about them every single time. But
yeah, I have a different translation from what he said. But overall, I don't think it matters. for the most part, it's all just saying the same thing regardless. I think he's way, way, way overhyping the for him probability, the possibility that Boruto's doing double speak lying shenanigans. I especially based on the context, I just don't think that's what the Japanese raws are hinting at, but I could be wrong.
Well, have you
we'll go over it.
Looked at them for that?
I have, yeah. No, I looked at it. Since he posted it, I just looked at it to do my own translation.
Can we see your translation?
Okay. We'll just go over the very top thing here. So his translation was, okay, so the translation is, if we're able to take down Jura, I'll give you my body, you can have everything you want. He's really, really hyping up the fact that it's so important and crazy how we isn't even there. Even though he says right down here that this means if I, we, you can defeat Jura. But we isn't even there. The point is that I, we, you, that isn't there. Like he's saying, there's no pronoun. So how I would translate this is Jura, this is like a direct object marker. So Jura's the thing to be defeated. Tada is like applying a conditional factor. So it's like saying if. But going beyond that, because there's dots here. Son, which is like sono, it's like that, but just casually speaking, and then time, and then the topic marker, which is important, I'll come back to that, and then kono, and then body. So this body. So what is this saying? How I would translate this is, you start with wa, you basically, for the English sentence, put whatever wa is at the beginning of the sentence. This is all one long continuous sentence, just broken up with the dots in between, just for dramatic effect, or because it's going to the next line and he's doing it that way. So rather than how he's saying it, if you defeat Jura at that time, my body, I will give all of it over to you. How I would do this sentence, translating it to English, at the time of Jura being defeated, quote unquote, or like in brackets, if it happens, then I will give you my body. So that's how I would do it.
Like he won't give you the body until Jura's defeated.
Yeah, so it's like, at that time, I will give you the body if Jura's defeated. Under the condition that Jura's defeated, at that time, I will give you this body. However you say it. I mean, it's all just saying the same thing either way, but yeah. But it's not saying I'll defeat Jura, it's not saying you'll defeat Jura, it's not saying we'll defeat Jura, but again, I don't think that really matters for any of this at all. It's saying at the time that Jura is defeated. In which case, if Kawaki defeats Jura, then I guess the deal is still on. Doesn't even matter.
Well, that's the problem, though, is that if Kawaki defeats Jura, he's just going to give him his body because it's just about Jura being defeated, not who does it.
I mean, based on this, yeah. Because, again, he said in the conditional, so under the condition that Jura is defeated, is what he's saying.
Exactly. So if Kawaki defeats Jura, it doesn't matter. If Damon does it, you're going to give your body away.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. He's also saying...
That would make sense.
Yeah. I'll give all of it to you. He is just saying that, so... He is just saying that. And yeah, this is just physical body as well, this kanji here. Yes, he is saying physical body as opposed, like he's specifying that as opposed to just saying body. So if you want to think that's some kind of doublespeak, but it's weird that he's saying down here that's like, oh, well, it's actually the reading of the kanji is actually spoken differently than the reading. Yeah, Momoshiki's not reading it. I didn't understand this point, unless I'm just missing his point. He uses the word shintai, physical body, but it's read as karada, which is body, whole body. Which is very important, because Momoshiki cannot see the kanji! Yes, we understand that Boruto's saying it out loud. That can't be double speak in that case. That's weird to say it that way. Boruto is speaking to him, yes. Just now realize there's another loophole, but the reason the kanji being shintai is so important is because it implies Boruto is only giving over his physical body, not his mind or soul. But he's also saying all of it. he'll give all of it to him. So it's like weird. I just don't like the translation there. The way he's like emphasizing it.
Like, yeah, I mean, my main thing is I just want to know whether his intention is for Boruto to be in control using karma or Momoshiki to be in control. That's what I just want to know. What is Boruto asking? Because the later half would imply it's you let me use it, but then if I beat Jura, then you can take over.
Yeah, this definitely isn't making any statement towards that at all. It's after Jura's defeated. This is what happened. It doesn't say anything about defeating Jura or before defeating Jura or leading to defeating Jura or what it will take to defeat Jura.
So like, but at the same time, it would be weird to say, I'll give you my body after Jura's defeated if he's already given his body to defeat Jura. It'd just be like, I'll just let you keep it, basically. But that's... It makes more sense that he's saying, I'll give you the body after, meaning I get to use the power during the Jura fight, which would make the team up with Kawaki make a lot more sense. But some of the translations that we saw were saying, like, if you can beat Jura. So, but if that's not what it's literally saying, it's not specifying the pronoun, then there's no reason to assume it's Momoshiki defeating Jura. Which means all those people who want to see Momoshiki versus Jura, that's not necessarily what Boruto's saying.
I mean, the thing with the conditional form, it's a weird Japanesey thing that technically is a little bit weird compared to English. How I would localize this for an English speaker, if I was the one in control of Viz to Englishify it, I wouldn't even use the word if, because it's doing the conditional form, followed by the topic, which is stating the fact of the matter of what will happen. So it's more like saying... Because Boruto isn't thinking if it happens, he's making the deal because he's expecting it to happen. So I would say, I'll give this body... I will give all of my body to you when Jura's defeated. Because that's really what the deal is anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like... Yeah, that's how I would do it. Especially since they're saying, like, at the time of... It's weird to say, if it happens, then at the time that it does happen, that'll be the case.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you wouldn't translate it that way. So I would just say, I'll give the body to you when Jura's defeated. Just easy.
But based on that, would you agree that it sounds like Boruto plans to be in control during the fight against Jura?
I don't think it's making any statement at all towards that.
But then wouldn't it be weird to word the rest of the sentence that way then?
He is saying all of the body. So in fact...
But he can't give him half. That's not a thing.
No, I know, but that actually could be important based on what he was saying here, the Shintai for the physical body thing, as opposed to the mind or soul. So because he's specifying all of it, it could mean more or less that he means he's gonna like temporarily let Momoshiki take it and then like permanently let Momoshiki take it.
Yeah, like he'll let Momoshiki take over and then later on he'll like go into the core of his psyche like Momoshiki wanted.
Exactly.
That's the other way.
Yeah, because I do think all of it wouldn't refer to the physical body, but the body itself. He's specifying the physical body, I guess, up until that point, if you want to say it that way. If you wanted to interpret it that way, but I don't think he's really doing that either way. But
the problem is that it's just said so vaguely that's like I mean again, they could elaborate later, but I would like a better understanding of what exactly he wants to do.
Yeah. He also I didn't like this. So Salad was saying that Boruto's saying it begrudgingly. That's not the case. That would be the case if this was real life. Because you just don't speak like an anime character in real life, especially not in Japan. If you say "oh my" in school, you get made fun of because nobody uses that word in real life. They only say it in manga. So, but they say it all the time in manga. That's the thing. Like, all of these words are just things anime characters just say all the time. So he's not saying it begrudgingly, he's saying it casually.
Well, also just look at his expression. That's not Boruto saying that begrudgingly.
Yeah, I mean, context-wise, I'm sure Boruto doesn't want to do all this, but so maybe he's begrudging in that regard.
But that's not the way he's saying it.
Yeah, exactly. I need ChatGPT to stop borrowing his body. Yeah, no, none of this is relevant. So he's just like doing confirmation bias, I feel like, at this point. It's like,
yeah.
no.
I'm also curious about the sulking around as usual thing that Boruto says to Momoshiki, because you can interpret that in multiple ways. One is that he's just throwing a jab because the last time they spoke, Momoshiki was throwing a fit, and he's like, "Oh, you're still sulking, huh?" The other way of interpreting would be that like he's seen Momoshiki sulking multiple times in between. It's always been sulking.
I don't know about that. I think it was just a way to get Boruto to start the dialogue without it actually having any kind of meaning or significance or purpose.
Yeah.
He could have said long time no see, it would have meant the same exact thing. He could have said, it's just his fancy way of saying hello to Momoshiki, who he doesn't like. It's a witty introduction, I guess.
Well, they sound like they're best friends now.
Yeah.
His body.
But with that being said, did we want to do any more? Or did you want to end it there?
If it's quick, if you have a quick thing.
Okay. Exactly
pretty much done getting all my stuff ready for tomorrow, so.
Okay. This is doing it. Someone really be making this comparison, bruh, with Stage Mode Naruto training and Himawari.
Yeah.
I thought that was really stupid. And this is funny that they include. Yeah, so the translation here was technically correct when we read it. She just is saying, like, this looks like an N and it's pronounced like an N. Just imagine these are English N's. Just dot 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 dot. Oh,
I mean, I'm not looking overly forward to this Himawari Biju thing personally, and that's not necessarily a critique. It's more of a personal preference because if you look at what Kurama's emphasizing, it's all about the Biju this, Biju that, Biju this, Biju that, and it seems like it's not to say that they can't come back to all her Byakugan shenanigans, but it doesn't feel like that's what they want to do. Just based off all this stuff, it's like they're not trying to do Byakugan stuff. They're trying to do Biju this, Biju that. Biju don't have Byakugans. If the Byakugan was so important, I feel like Kurama would have said and not just that, you also have those eyes or something they would have just pointed you in that direction, but they're not. So
he's a human.
It doesn't feel like they want to.
A human who's a Jinchuriki, but not a Jinchuriki. She's like Kurama and Jura, but she's the personification of chakra, but not actually because she's human. Okay.
Yeah, it's like when Chio explains that the Biju are concentrations of chakra, and then you learn that how Kurama made their bodies with creation of all things. If you want to say they're just chakra that's shaped with chakra shaping into the appearances they have, fine. But you can't say that about Himawari, who is literally birthed from Hinata through normal, natural human birthing process. She is human.
Exactly.
It was Himawari a Biju all her life, or did she become a Biju when Kurama died?
Well, I'm glad.
Neither of those makes sense.
I'm glad you say that because I thought I posted something. Did I not post something? Is this? Oh my god, we posted a lot today. Okay, it is Himawari related, yeah. So, wait a sec. Is this the reason Himawari has more affinity than Naruto or any predecessor? Looking at the viz, so what do we have here? I know that I am a ninja, you know. No, you don't understand a thing, for you are no ordinary shinobi. In fact, you're even a little different from Jinchuriki, those who host Biju inside of them. You are human, and yet, if anything, you're more similar to me and Jura. Huh? So, back whenever Kurama said, you have more affinity than Naruto or any of them. It's like you were born with the sliver of my chakra. Is it actually not that? Is it actually this?
Yeah, because your affinity is higher because you are a Biju. But then it's like, oh, I hate you, Biju.
Because, at the very least, this isn't speculation. He's saying you are different from a Jinchuriki. So at the very least, that is just confirming it's at least more than, if not different from, her being born with a sliver of Kurama's chakra inside of her. It's like, assuming what he said has merit there, then it's like, she wasn't born with Kurama's chakra inside of her. She just was born and is Kurama's chakra at the same time. I don't know what they're going for, but...
Yeah, I mean, like... It's just weird because, like, again, this is Kurama's entity in her. It's not that she is Kurama. There's two different souls arguing.
But at the same time,
has all his memories.
Versus Jura, Kurama kind of was saying they're one and the same or whatever. So maybe she just doesn't have Kurama inside of her. And she just is Kurama. I don't know. What are they going for at this point? I don't know.
But the problem is she can't be Kurama because there's just two different souls. Like, these are clearly two different entities talking to each other.
I mean,
they're not one to soul.
To be fair,
two souls.
To be fair, Kurama doesn't need to have his soul inside Himawari at all. Minato didn't have his soul inside Naruto, but his chakra was able to communicate with Naruto. Could be like
his soul was inside Naruto via his chakra. That's how his part of his soul was in there.
Part of it? Was it part of it?
Yeah, because that's how he was talking to him.
I mean, chakra, spiritual and physical energy, maybe.
Exactly. So. The soul, spiritual. It wasn't all of his soul, obviously. Most of his soul was in the Reaper Death Seal, but.
Well, I'm not going to pretend it's the same thing, but like if you mold your chakra, which is the problem, if you mold your chakra in a fire style fireball jutsu, I don't think your spirit is in the fireball and able to ninchu communicate with people if it hits them. I could be
It's
wrong,
a very interesting situation when it comes to souls and chakra, but anyway, they're doing the call, and I should leave now anyway. So.
Okay.
So you might as well just join.
Sure, yeah. Okay, well, bye! Okay.
Bye.
Oh, you probably shouldn't listen, because if you do, I'm sure you're gonna want to join and have things to say, and it's just gonna infuriate you as you listen. Oh, you already left? Okay, well, that works too. Well...
Like, oh, what's up, Oodie?
Hey!
But you have, like, you have some people look at content creators, like, larger than whatever, right? And especially as, like, time goes on, perhaps. But it's funny because somebody's like, oh, yeah, I'm just doing my kitchen. It's like, I like that. It humanizes, right? Grounds, humbles.
Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes it's going to get lost in the sauce, man. But, I mean, just people at the end of the day.
Exactly. What's up, Oodie? What's good, bro?
I mean, I am pretty thin, so I'll give you that one.
Okay. Granted. Phoenix, what's up, bro? We said our pleasantries. Have you guys seen the Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Hold on. Apologies. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the family. Thank you for your subscription. What's up, bro? What's good? Welcome. Sorry. So you guys read the chapter yet, or
yeah,
kind of?
Okay. Yeah, man. I did my stream earlier.
Nice. So I haven't read it fully, but I have skimmed through it, so I get the gist. But I think I'll let maybe somebody else take the reins because I'm not really sure what to ask for this one.
So okay. Kamui can't be here because he has to go to bed, and he wants to talk to you about this chapter. So I'll just beat around the bush while also asking you for your opinion more than anything else. So, Mello, what are your thoughts on Boruto's plan for Momoshiki?
Right. And I believe that plan is help me defeat Jura, and if you do, I'll give you my body, right?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Okay, so this was, again, I would like to just read over it with more detail, but just from what I've seen, a very interesting chapter. I'll leave it at that for now.
Okay, we agree.
But for this specific segment, what do I think of the plan? It's a poorly conceived plan. If
Okay.
this is the totality of the plan, and for a very obvious reason, which I'm sure you have arrived at this conclusion, but you're pretty much just swapping one villain for a more powerful villain.
Exactly. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
So
So the logic of it isn't very sound. If this is the totality of the plan, but of course, right, this is Boruto we're talking about. So I tend to give Mr. Himothy here the benefit of the doubt, and I think he has a little bit more up his sleeve than just what's been presented for sure. But I am happy to see that Momo is being reincorporated. It feels like a definitive shift, like we're moving towards something a little bit newer, even though we had like the prescient stuff show us like the possible futures that still had Shinju. But we definitively just lost to Shinju. Like I didn't think that was going to happen, which I have feelings about, I think. But just my general thoughts about that segment.
well,
But,
it's definitely not technically impossible to get them back. First of all, we don't know what happened to the Soul Thorn, or even the tree for that matter. Correct me if I'm wrong. They just cut away from it. The tree could still be there. The Soul Thorn could be inside that tree. They might need Moegi for the tree, but at that point, you could just make a new Soul Thorn. All you need is just another Claw Grime to bite Moegi again. Jura can easily make that happen if he really wanted it to. So I don't see any reason why they have to be gone forever, even if they likely will be.
Sure, but then also like I feel like what you kind of have a difficult you put yourself in a difficult position as a writer, because when they were established, you didn't do anything with them really, and then you killed them and then brought them back to be in the position of fodder again. So it's like you're kind of playing around with like the death concept multiple times for multiple characters in the same like kind of back-to-back arcs, or maybe they just come back a little bit later, but regardless, in the same series, it's like killing off Boruto, bringing him back, and then you can't really kill him off again because you've already played that hand. It's the same thing with Inojin. To tease that out again would be ridiculous. So I don't know, you could do it, but I just think it would put you at a disadvantage as a writer. But just my opinion.
I see why you're saying that. It could be an uphill battle for sure, but I think it's entirely in the execution of why they do it more than anything. So I'm not going to say it's going to be inherently bad. It could definitely be written well, depending on how they do it.
Yeah, for sure. What about Sanjay and Phoenix? What do you guys think about that scene?
Phoenix, go ahead, man.
Oh, sorry. Honestly, I think Oodie is right. If they really wanted to bring back, if they really wanted to bring Matsuri or Ryu back, all they really have to do is just, get a Claw Grime and just bite them again. But I don't know if it would undermine, their deaths or whatever. But I think for the Thorn Souls, that's pretty interesting because hold on, sorry, my headset just let me readjust my headset. Oh, here it is. Okay. So for the Thorn Souls being, I would say, not really evaporated, but more so merged into the tree and, letting Moege out, I was leaning onto the theory that maybe, they would get stronger from it. A part of me wanted to believe that, but then a part of me was like, no, I don't think Ikimoto's going to go for that. I think that he's probably just going to release them from the tree in their normal state, and just that's what it's going to be. That's what I was leaning towards. I don't know why I thought it was going to be the case, but I guess that's part of listening to other content creators make theories about the Thorn Soul, giving them some sort of, amp or whatever.
Well, to be fair to your point, I mean, it's entirely possible that could still happen. There's still some time for sure.
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to happen though, because they mentioned how malnourished Moegi was after she got released from the tree, and that the tree was sort of siphoning off her chakra the longer she was in there. So the chances of Sasuke, who's been in there for more than, I would say, a good 2 years, I'd say he's getting close to death at this given point.
I understand the sentiment. So I'm sorry, I'm pushing back against your opinion. Please continue. My bad. Sorry, just instinct. Please continue.
So I thought maybe there would be like a little twist to this, like, Sasuke is going to come back even stronger than before, but that's not going to happen. I was like, that's not going to happen. They're not going to regrow his arm or give him back his Rinnegan. But who knows? Maybe in the near future that could be the case. But seeing from what happened with Moege and Shinki, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I mean, probably not. It's still kind of early. You never know.
Yeah.
Still kind of early, so any card can play. I'm a big sponsor of the idea of getting characters that will be on panel a lot, quote unquote, like believable ways to catch up power wise. So I always like the idea of just, the person's coming out of the trees getting some sort of power up, but I guess we'll see.
Definitely doesn't seem like it. By the way, I don't know if you guys realize this, or rather I should say put two and two together, but that sounds like it has negative connotation to it. So I'll just say realize this. Did you guys realize Inojine's just up and walking about like nothing's wrong? He's normal. We haven't seen that before this chapter. Last we heard, he was still unconscious after all of his chakra points were blocked and Sakura was healing him. And they just addressed that off screen, I guess. It's just he's fine. He's not immune to omnipotence. He didn't get some crazy Nine Tails power up or anything. It's not because of Jura's wood style that blah blah blah. No, he's just fine now. He just needed a little bit of rest.
I guess most of that's due to Sakura just I would say trying to soothe out his chakra points or whatever she was doing, probably revitalizing him in some way, but I don't know.
It's just a soft confirmation that was like done sort of like Loki in the background. If you miss it, then you miss it. But I personally preferred the cool conspiracy fan theories that he's going to be immune to omnipotence and all the things they could have played with there. But they don't need Inojin to be important. It just depends what they do.
Yeah, but then you start looking at how he's a part of these different future scenarios. Now, this also could play into the fact that he is important somewhat to, I would say, Himawari, since, Himawari did feel some kind of way about Inojin. I don't know if it's in a romantic sense or just the fact that she, really cares about her best friend. But I'm guessing Inojin is important into some degree because we've seen future scenarios where he's in, I would say, I don't know if it's an Orochimaru or hideout, if you guys have paid attention to the location Inojin was in one of those movie strips, future scenes. But there could be a chance that he may end up confronting the Shinju again. And also, I think if you guys pay attention, he also had a scar in his on his eye, similar to Boruto. So I don't know how that happened, but once again, those are future scenarios. I don't know if those actually will come true. But I would say he has some level of importance to the story, but not too much.
Yeah, I don't think he has specific importance. Maybe it depends whatever they want to do with Jura realizing specifically Inojin is alive after all, after he thought he had died. Nonsensically so, but that's beside the point. But I think it's more so the Team 10 dynamic, which is in place of how Jura feels about the village as a whole. So we'll have to see what they do there. Yeah.
Let me slide this in here real quick before I forget. From my boy Chris the Beast, okay? Not the, but duh.
Ooh.
Just so you know. He says, or they say, when Moege got free in the panel, it looks like she looked up at Boruto while he was watching them. So not much of a question, definitely a statement. I have the panel here. I might have the wrong panel. I don't think she looked up, but I could be wrong. But nevertheless, thank you so much for your generous donation, and thank you for the comment. Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to get that in there. If you guys had any commentary on that or anything like that.
Not really. I'm looking at it. It doesn't seem like she's looking up. I mean, there's just that pause, the ... and then Konohamaru-chan. So,
I mean,
I don't know.
entertaining
That'd be a
the idea. It could be cool, like metaphorically, narratively, however you want to see it. Almost similar to like Naruto when he felt powerless looking up at Sasuke at the end of the Tenchi Bridge arc, who was looking down at him with like the light shining on him and everything. As Sasuke is basically not cold, but like emotionless. He's so far above them that he doesn't even care about them like they're ants. I think that Boruto could be viewing Moegi almost in the same sense of the word, to where Moegi's not a problem. It doesn't really matter what she is or what she does. Matsuri's out of the picture now. He has bigger fish to fry with Juro, just like how Sasuke wasn't looking back towards the past for Naruto. He was looking towards the future for Itachi. I think Boruto's doing the same thing for Juro. Especially with how he was talking to Juro the last time they met, with he views them as only trees, that he only wants to kill them, etc., etc. He's like blinded by his hatred in a similar kind of way as what Sasuke was at the beginning of Shippuden. But there you go. I'm definitely overanalyzing it.
No,
Probably,
cool.
but I mean,
cool.
yeah.
It's so funny because
Mhm.
oh, sorry. If he was a criminal and she saw him like that, just hovering, like, oh snap! The world-renowned, most wanted man on earth is just hovering above us. Like,
well, you know, that was my problem in general. Regardless of Moegi, what about the rest of the Hidden Leaf Village that Boruto's hovering above, right above the Konohamaru team, whatever we want to call them, Team 7, I guess we would still call them. Like, Boruto's, he still has a kill on side order. That hasn't gone away.
Yeah, he's definitely masking his chakra, I would think, but also like when Pain was hovering up there, I think I don't know if I'm remembering from the anime specifically, but I'm pretty sure like normal civilians like just clocked him with their eyesight, like, oh, he's up there. Ooh,
Yeah,
what's going on up there, or something like that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe just normal shinobi, but yeah, maybe like a normal person can just like look up. But
I don't see
yeah,
why not.
I get your point.
They'll probably be like, there's another typical Wednesday in Konoha.
I mean, it could be a thing to where they don't really care anymore. It's similar to whatever they think about Jura just randomly waltzing in and out of the village constantly. They could be viewing that as Boruto now, but that would just have to be something they addressed off screen. But I don't think that should be the case.
It would be so weird. Like I wouldn't even want to be in Konoha with like Naruto gone. Like, I mean, Shikamaru's cool just from like a civilian standpoint, but like he's not Naruto. So like just having villains walk in and out of your village, like stuff like that, I think would be really cool if the village, like if I suppose my issue is like not really an issue, just like maybe an observation, is that we only really view things in the Naruto Boruto universe through the lens of the elite. And it's like very rarely through the lens of like the peasantry or the citizenry. And I think it'll be really cool to kind of like view it through their lens for once. Just like, hey, like what do you guys like think? Or maybe like have some characters kind of like thinking like, man, I wish Naruto was here. Like Shikamaru got like villains walking in and out of the village and we really don't know what to do, and all these super power beings, and like what's going on, bro? Like we never see no power levels at this level. So I don't know, I just think that'd be an interesting little pivot for him. But
well, on that, I think something that would be actually really cool that I would love to see is, if you remember, Jura killed like 10 like police force shinobi the first time he showed up in the village. I want to see someone from one of those people's families approach Jura. Like, how dare you killed my son, or whatever he's going to have to say about that. Something like that could be, like you said, fantastic.
Yeah, I remember that I just started watching this show, so spoiler alert for anyone. Spoiler alert. Spoiler, I said 3 times, spoiler alert. But I'm watching like this first few episodes of Attack on Titan, and there's that scene where like the guy comes back with just like a hand or arm, and he gives it to the mother for some reason. I don't know why he did that, but he gives it to the mother, and she just starts spazzing. But you can imagine a scene like that to where the mother confronts the guy directly, and it's like, yo, like, you know, maybe not even just a Shinju, but like, hey, Shikamaru, like, what's going on? Like, that was my son. Like, you just sent him there to his death. You didn't send any reinforcements. You didn't, or like you said, maybe just a Shinju. And what kind of conflict would that cause when you talk about the themes of love with Jura and the love of a mother losing the son and her lashing out? This is highly irrational. I would destroy you, but yet still you persist. Like all this stuff. So it could just further that theme. So that's a great observation, Oodie, for sure.
Could have been
That would
perfect.
completely intrigue him.
Yeah, it could have been perfect if it was Inojin who died, since that's a main character, and Ino, a legacy character, could have been that role, which would have even further facilitated her conflict with Shikamaru.
You don't use legacy characters in this manga, dog.
Which
Don't
is
use
the
legacy
problem.
characters. So
Yeah, I did want to add on to the point of Boruto flying above the village. Actually, Kamui texted me this point just a minute ago because he's listening in. He's falling asleep though, but when Ishiki invaded, everyone saw him flying above the village. So there is precedence even in Boruto the series.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Boruto is just like, he's so saucy that they can't pick up on his aura. I don't know what I'm saying, but something. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to make excuses for it, but maybe just higher up in the sky. I don't fucking know, but yeah.
I want to throw out that I did like the initial scene you're requesting about Boruto giving his body to Momoshiki. I actually really like it. 'Cause I'm looking at there's so many ways to interpret it, man. Honestly. Yeah, so I guess I'm kind of backtracking here, but like as you said, on the surface, if it's by itself, yeah, it's a pretty stupid plan. But I like to think of it in multiple ways. One, either it's the cliche, Boruto, as he said in episode 1 or chapter 1, he's still a ninja, so he'll probably do the whole a ninja must see through deception. So he's probably employing some deception. Another way I like to think about it is probably he knows of a future where Kawaki is strong enough to kill him, even if he gets his full powers through Momoshiki and Karma. So it's like, yeah, I'll give you my body, but I don't mind dying at the end of all of this through Kawaki's goal of trying to kill everybody. Well, all the Otsutsuki specifically.
Hang on there, though. But that is the part that doesn't make sense. If Kawaki isn't strong enough to defeat Jura, which is why Boruto would do this plan, that means Momoshiki, if he defeats Jura, should be stronger than Kawaki.
That's true.
That's what gave into Kawaki's, paranoia of Boruto being extremely dangerous, which he already is, even without Momoshiki. But adding Momoshiki onto that would pretty much make Kawaki want to kill Boruto even more.
I don't blame Kawaki anymore if Boruto's gonna do something this stupid.
Well, I think a lot of people. Sorry, what I was gonna say was I think what a lot of people are forgetting is I think Boruto really just doesn't. It's not the fact that he doesn't care. I think it's more so Omnipotence pretty much already has convinced the entire world that he is the one that killed Naruto Uzumaki. He pretty much has no friends and no family anymore, even though Himawari doesn't really. It's kind of funny because Himawari views Boruto from Kawaki's lens, like how Kawaki pretty much, saved, Naruto and her from Delta's beams, and how she pretty much sees that there is some good in Kawaki. And I don't think, and she's not really a part of the quarrel between Boruto and Kawaki, even though, and it's kind of funny because Boruto and Kawaki can agree on one thing. They will protect Himawari. Like, Himawari is sort of like that bridge between them. And getting back to what I was saying, Boruto pretty much he seems like he has no reason to live. So he's selling his soul to the devil in a sense, where he's striking a deal. Okay, if you help me destroy my enemies, I'll give you my body. But there's also other things to this. I feel like that Boruto already has precautions and fail-safes in, mind, just in case, things do get too haywire. So Boruto, I would say he's not just striking this deal just to strike a deal because he just doesn't want to live. I feel like part of him does want to live, but there's also, he's a ninja. Like we said, he's a ninja. Deception is part of how a ninja's tactic.
Exactly.
Otsutskis are not ninjas, so they wouldn't understand what Boruto would be. He really wouldn't understand what Boruto would be planning in the long run. All Momoshiki would bring his body over to me if I helped destroy Jorah. This kind of piques his interest because we see, him giving that little wide side eye, in a sense. So, yeah, I think it's more so he kind of just doesn't. He's giving up his sort of like his will to live, but
I think I disagree with that though. But continue.
Yeah, I was saying not fully giving up his will.
The reason why I know you said not fully, but just for argument's sake, why I'd say I just disagree, and I was kind of pointing this out earlier, even like before this chapter, is that I feel like the manga needs to have some more, I don't know, empathetic scenes when it comes on to Boruto, because he's the world's enemy, he's lost everything, quote unquote, but at the same time, it has this funny feeling where it doesn't feel like a big deal, because Boruto hasn't had those, I don't think, slow moments to really like for the audience to say, oh shit, there's this subtle hint that he's like definitely feeling these emotions on a certain level. Which is why I kind of wanted him to go to the Uzumaki residence, kind of take things slow, walk through the house, kind of allow us, the audience, to say, okay, yeah, man. Even though it seems like an artifact or just, it's not a big deal with the whole omnipotence thing, but the scenes like that would kind of make me subscribe more to the idea that he's kind of lost his quote-unquote will to live. But one additional point I wanted to throw out there, and the Arashikage pointed this out in my stream earlier, is that more than likely, Boruto does have a plan, which is how my deception idea comes in, ninjas versus, aliens. But the Arashikage was saying that, more than likely, Momoshiki is probably just going to use this opportunity at some point and probably implant code with a karma. So I don't know what you guys think about that. Just to kind of follow up on the plot point that Kawaki had before.
I'm not entirely sure if that's possible now. I think that's what Momoshiki said. It's because of the tainted 18%. It's still considered Otsutsuki for sure, but it was converted into Boruto's. So from that perspective, I don't think there can ever be a version of Momoshiki moving forward that doesn't have at least 18% Boruto incorporated within him. And it could be the case that after you've converted it, although it still counts as Otsutsuki, it is now technically human, hence the conversion terminology. So it could just be a mechanical feature to where once that happens, once it's impossible for 100% to be extracted fully, that you just can't even extract the rest in the way that leads to reincarnation. So it'd just be like a moot point.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
something like that maybe. But I'm going off of memory. I think some of that was explained when he brought Boruto back. Hence why his options are from Momoshiki in this chapter, I believe. It's not even code. That wasn't even like a levied option. It was really just, I can't take over, so I want to go, basically. Which is super interesting because we take a look at karma and what's going on with Boruto so far in TBV. He said it felt like death. I'm like, what is that? Is that Momoshiki's just intent that he's feeling through the karma, or is it Momoshiki's way of taking over, committing like seppuku or something like that once that does happen? But then again, if he takes over, then he took over. So like, isn't that the goal? Maybe he can't do it permanently, so just one more takeover is all he needs to finally permanently end his suffering, quote unquote. So I'm curious about that aspect as well.
Definitely. I'm hoping he explains more on it, probably to a degree next chapter, because I think they kind of have to touch on the whole, I don't want my karma to activate. So
yeah, even the scenery, like back where he got killed in part 1.
yeah, I found that funny.
yeah,
it's super interesting. Like I know we kind of like to see it over and over again. It's like, but let's question that. Like, what is that? Is that like a memory echo? Is that like, what is that? Because I'm firmly on the whole, Maya, all from one source, simulation theory, quote unquote, type of theory. So when I take a look at stuff like that, it really does reinforce that theory for me. Like, it's like, what is chakra? What is data? What is memory? Like, why is there a tether to the specific place that you were killed at? like why, but it doesn't always happen because when you took over with True Essence, something different happened. But then also there was medicine involved, so like that's interesting too. So it's a lot of this interesting stuff at play there that I kind of want to explore that I don't think they're going to explore, but yeah, it's fun. And my God, where's Toneri? Can somebody explain that to me? Like, it's about time. But hopefully we get that after Akibi, after the scratched out in the Ten Tails dimension. I don't know, but yeah.
He's waiting for the anime to come back, man. Really.
You know what? I think you're right. Actually, I think that's an anime exclusive, damn near plot point. Yeah.
What's so funny is I heard that he was a canon character, but if he was such a canon character, he would probably already been presented in the manga. That's just me, personally. Like he would have already made his appearance in the manga just to solidify his canonicity, his character within the manga.
Yodo's more canon than Toneri in the manga.
But if they do introduce Toneri, how would they go about doing it?
Through the Jogan.
I would do it through perhaps Orochimaru, Koji and Prescience perhaps, or Sumire and Nue. And then all of it would get to Boruto, the Jogan, the Gozu Tenno Seal, Orochimaru, all that stuff, Danzo. I would rope all that stuff in there. And I would make the story really just about like Danzo and Orochimaru discovering something back in the root days about the Kage and the Otsutsuki, which led to Orochimaru acting the way he started acting around that time. And then kind of branches off into like the Gozu Tenno Seal, Sumire's father, the root organization. I would link all that stuff together. So that's how I would do it for sure. But yeah.
So would you
make Mitsuki important again? Okay, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. So would you bring everything from the anime like into Two Blue Vortex, but now kind of make it even more interesting in a sense? Not really interesting, but actually make it darker. Would you like to make it? Would you make that like a little darker?
Like killing off all the anime only characters? I don't know. There's ideas out there.
The reason why I'm saying that is because Sumire in, I would say, I forgot what episode it was, but pretty much the entire episode was adapted from one of the novels. But Sumire pretty much has the ghost of Tenno Seal on her back, and it was also linked. I don't know I think was it linked to Nue, her being able to summon Nue, or is that just from the organization in general?
Yeah, it's the Gozu Tenno Seal is linked to Nue. In the Nue's dimension and Kage and all that stuff. Yeah.
So what's crazy is that So what's crazy is that in the data books it stated that she does still have access to Nue, but I don't know. It's just like I'm not saying she doesn't have access to Nue. I would love to see her use Nue in the manga. Okay. Yeah, in the manga, she pretty much like the data book states that she still has access to Nue even in the manga. So I'm kind of waiting for that to be the case where she summons Nue. And when she does summon Nue, I really want them to adapt like some of the things that they've added from the anime into the manga, and then have her be awakened, have her, be the reason for why Boruto awakens the Jogan. And then Boruto awakens the Jogan in sort of like in a I would say a very, I don't know how to put it, a spectacle sense where some Otsutsuki
like Super Saiyan Goku, like an event,
like a ritual. Like a ritual.
Oh, like a ritual. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like hey, we gotta go to this special Turtle Island to get Naruto's new Kurama power, so we gotta do this whole event around it, and it has to be like this special thing, maybe. Yeah, so I get what you're saying, like Super Saiyan God or something like that. Yeah.
I would say now I'm gonna get very crazy with this, but we could have it towards where, the moment Boruto activates the Jogan, it could automatically alert the Otsutsuki God, in a sense that, oh shit, one of my powers is inside of a mortal. Oh wait, he's no longer immortal anymore. How is this possible?
And how's the anime gonna explain that?
I don't know. That's crazy. I was just
Yeah, I'm a concept man. Okay, don't be asking me how to
yeah.
execute this.
I
Okay?
got
What
it.
are we doing?
I was just
Nah, I love that idea, bro. And it's you're you're right. Like I would like to think that Toneri, if he is canon, the fact that I gotta say if, but I think that he will be like present, featured a little bit more. And he's, for my money, it's the most interesting story / mystery of the entire series if you write it correctly. I think the whole Boruto, what does he know about this cryptic future? That could have been something a little bit more. But oh, my bad. I got you, Chris. 1 second. But I think I won't say definitively, but I'm leaning more on the lines of like Koji's just going to look into like a possible future and see the anime timeline and say, "Oh, you have the Jogan there. I think I'm going to teach you this, or something, or how, this is the ritual, like you were saying, Phoenix, on how we can awaken it." It's not the same continuity, and I think the fact that we've introduced multiple possible futures, I think I won't say definitively they're going to do this. Obviously, I don't know, but I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I get Chris's comment in here really quick? I know you guys are
Yeah.
probably
Come on, go ahead, man.
Chris, thank you so much for your generous $5 dono. Let me heart that. Chris says, the Boruto series is missing a crazy plot that ties back to the Naruto series. I feel OG fans are waiting for that. What is the
what
plot?
concept?
I think I would throw out just the whole quote unquote missing Otsutsuki, the use of omnipotence in the past, and probably those Otsutsukis having some relation to the Uzumaki clan back in the day. That's what I would probably go with.
I mean,
that's fire.
I fundamentally disagree with what that person said. Momoshiki was in the latest chapter to be a threat. You know, Momoshiki, who links back to who? Kaguya? There you go.
Yeah, but like Momoshiki as a threat is so mid. It's like it's like right now the only threat he has is just the potential of his power. But it's the same old. Like he has no ideology, he has nothing, like he's really no philosophy, nothing. He's a businessman who's there to do a job, and he's like long overdue. His boss is calling like, "Bro, you about 3, 4, 5 years overdue. Like, what's going on, man? I sent you there to do a job and you ain't did it yet." He just there to do a job. There's nothing sophisticated about him as a villain. So I'm like, yeah, he's a potential threat, but it's just the same threat that like any other villain, like mustache twirling villain poses. He's just power. Meanwhile, Jura's power, sure, but he's also like philosophy, or he's trying to figure something out, which is an interesting perspective. But yeah.
I did not say he's good. I said he's linked to the best. Yeah, go.
Fair enough. But yeah, there's a lot of different paths you can take. Again, I've mentioned this before, but like the whole secret invasion, so where like one of them have always been Otsutsuki the entire time, and through omnipotence, we think that the history that's canon is true, but it's actually just a rewrite. And my candidates were always Sumire and Orochimaru. Just have them be the Otsutsuki scratched out, have them come in pairs, and have them always be here like scouts. And they have this kind of conflict because they become human, their human side versus their. But I like this how like Manchurian candidate, sleeper agent, kind of mind control, hypnosis. You don't really know who you are, you forgot, kind of concept. But yeah, I like that idea.
If they're gonna do it, screw it. Well. I would want them to do that with Udon. They already made Konohamaru and Moegi relevant. Let's just complete the trio. Screw it.
I'm not even mad at that. I just feel like, you know what? I'm not mad at that. And I do agree he should get way more love. Where is he, by the way?
Yeah.
I think he did some pretty. What wasn't he doing? Like, what team is he in charge of in the anime? It's something.
I don't even remember. Though.
Is it Lee's team? Metal?
I think
Metals?
Maybe. I think there was this scene where there's this guy that Metal was fighting in the village, and maybe he was there and had like maybe one scene where he did something cool or he looked cool and competent. Yeah. But I do remember him having one moment in the entire franchise as an adult to where I was like, "Hey, you look pretty competent as a shinobi. Good for you. You ain't blowing your nose no more, kid. Good for you."
Of all times to bring him back, it would have been Moegi being freed from the tree. He wasn't there for that.
Well, yeah, listen, I got a job to do, bro. I can't call out. It's crazy.
That's also an interesting question. Where is Metal Lee? He's part of the new generation. He
might have died. I might have died
Bro.
many times, like on a mission. I don't know, bro.
Like,
If it's not Inashika Tro, nobody else matters, bro. The legacy characters, Kakashi, no,
True.
it doesn't matter, bro. They didn't exist. They didn't exist.
See,
They
the,
don't
see,
exist.
see the
but that's the problem. It's like, okay, so Shinki, he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't really present from, you know, most of the majority of Naruto Next Generations only until, you know, now recently in Super Vortex. Now that he's become a Ten Tails, so they kind of reintroduced Shinki not back
Manga.
into the manga, back into. Sorry, reintroduced Shinki back into Tubu Vortex, and so now I would say I don't know if he's going to be a more prominent character. I think that's it. Probably that's his arc. Who knows?
no.
But
I need more.
yeah, I'm gonna need more. But for Metal Lee, he should also be prominent because he's part of, you know, he's a legacy character too. He's Rock Lee's kid. Whether or not if, you know, Rock Lee got with Tintin and had a one night, I don't know.
Not the one night.
Well, it's not
I don't
official.
know.
Bro said we've been trying. Okay.
Yeah.
More than once. Okay.
Metal's still recovering from his tuning exams fight with Chinky. Let the man rest.
He's
That's crazy,
ooh,
bro.
ooh,
That's
ooh.
crazy, bro.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
His fists need to
that's not
heal.
good.
He was punching that iron sand.
Shinky's the type of guy I feel has a strong sense of like kind of like parental energy. Like if he rock with you, he rock with you all the way, and he wants to protect you. So I feel like what happened to Yodo, he's not going to let that lie down. He's going to have to get some get back. Like he's going to pull up on one of them Shinju at some point, I think. And I hope, you know, I think it'd be great for his character. And he's crazy, bro. If Araya was that strong, okay, you can only fathom how powerful Shinki actually is. He ain't beating big Sarada, of course, but like, yeah, bro is probably like really, really like God tier. Because I always say this: if Araya wasn't of level to even perceive Ryu, then that sword would have been worthless in his hands. And the fact that it wasn't just tells you all you need to know about Araya of all people. So just speak about how Shinki is going to be. But yeah, I hope he does come back, and I think he'll be pretty cool. To kind of just get out of Konoha for God's sake. Like I was kind of hoping that Sasuke and Boruto would be like traveling different dimensions, recruiting new allies to combat against the Otsutsuki. Something like that. Meet up with
That's
Toneri and
Boruto.
Moon.
That's probably Boruto
Yeah.
3 Blue Vortex, dog. You have to
Mm-hmm.
rush
Yeah,
it.
I think that's Himawari's trilogy. Hopefully, I'm to this, but I will go down always wanting Himawari to get her own spinoff after Boruto. But I saw her in this chapter doing the meditation and the training. Bro, I'm like, this is the spinoff. This is the spinoff right here. Please, like little
Himawari.
Chibi Kurama and Himawari right now. Like, come on, bro. Yes, please.
It's probably going to be like Boruto spiraling vortex of destiny, something like that.
Nah,
You
but
know,
it has to be called Himawari, bro. Like you can't do Boruto.
Himawari.
And it has to be sci-fi. It has to be off-world. Okay, she needs some kind of Byakugan space-time ninjutsu. Okay, like she
I
needs to
call
travel
it
the
Like a
cosmos.
Toneri, like a Ton. Oh, I'm sorry, not a Toneri. A Tenseigan
Bro, think
Dojutsu
about it.
mixture.
No, you're onto something. Toneri was supposed to be her daddy, bro. If you think about it,
Oh,
if all things was going to go the way he wanted, nasty bastard, he was supposed to be Himawari's papa. So I think like him taking her under like almost like some weirdo like well, I don't even want to bring up Twilight into this, okay? But like almost like, hey, I couldn't have them. Nah, that's messed up. Let me stop. But yeah, it's very Twilight for sure. yeah.
bro,
I mean,
call
I
it
could definitely see something like that for sure. Like she's like she's trying to like discover like what the Biju are, what the Otsutsuki are, like what her Hyuga lineage is, like what her connection to Kage and the Otsutsuki are. So it takes her like off world to Toneri, and Toneri like helps her. And then you can even rope in like the video games to where it's like that weird digital world or some shit. There's a lot, bro. I'm saying the simulation theories are like they're real, okay? But yeah. Stop yapping.
You can call it Himawari, the undefeated of the East.
I mean, I'm down for
shout
that.
out to Master Asia, bro. Shout out to
Yes,
Master
sir.
Asia. Bro, listen, we too old, okay? Like, and nobody is gonna get what that was, but me, okay? Shout out to the GOAT.
Sir.
Yeah, I would
What
just
do you guys think about Hema in this chapter?
if they're going
I'm
to do
sorry.
a Hema thing like you're saying, I do not want it to be written by Ikimoto. The problem is, my big problem with Himawari this chapter, it's clear they're only just going to shift to her having Kurama or being Kurama or whatever nonsensical explanation they're going with. They're taking away her Hyuga lineage. She doesn't have a Byakugan anymore. That's retconned out of existence. You know Ikimoto's not gonna do that, which was her whole thing. That's what I was excited to see. Not her with the Ninetales.
Now, she's gonna get her Hyuga powers on.
I don't think so. If she has both, fine. I don't think she's gonna get both. I don't think with Ikimoto riding, we're gonna get both.
I was kind of hoping.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry, actually, go ahead, Oodie. Couldn't continue.
Oh no, that was it. I just want different rider if we're gonna get Himawari.
For me, I like seeing her train, man. I was talking about this before, Mello. With the guys on the Cloud Ninja podcast before in terms of Sarada. Like, I think what we're getting with Mawari now is what I'd want with Sarada in terms of context for her strength over the last 3 years. But in terms of Himawari right now, like, I love seeing her train, her interactions with Kurama. And it's slowly but surely feeling like Ikimoto and Kishi are just kind of dragging out, like, spelling out what she is, just kind of keep dropping. Oh, you seem different from a Jinchuriki, but you're more like me and Juro, and etc. etc. Like, just
but it doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter. Yeah, it's like you're special, but it doesn't matter. Nah, don't worry about it. But you are.
Yeah, you're right.
But nah, don't worry about it. We'll bring that up in 5 chapters. Don't worry about it.
That's exactly the vibe, Melo. That's exactly, bro. So I'm saying, yo, bro, just tell me. But I like it.
She's Gohan, bro. She's Gohan, bro.
No, but Meek, it's like you're saying though, because Sarada's being an Uchiha. We don't have a single character in the series who's being a Hyuga. Boruto's already being the Naruto clone. He has the metaphorical Kurama inside of him with Momoshiki. We don't need both of Naruto's children to be that. We already have an Uchiha. Let's get the Hyuga with Himawari. We're not getting that though. We're just having 2 Naruto clones.
No, we're going to get it, bro. No, but I do get your point. I do get your point, but it's a little bit different because Himawari has always kind of been tethered to her Hyuga lineage in a way that Boruto just hasn't been. So I kind of feel like Boruto, although he's embodying Naruto visually to a degree, and also with the dynamic with Momoshiki, but that's always kind of been there. He's more Sasuke. Let's be honest. He's damn near Sasuke, and Himawari. So I think she can embody the Naruto aspect of that Sasuke kind of. It's funny how his kids kind of just embody just both of them, but I definitely think she's also her mother, and I do think that Toneri, Byakugan princess stuff does matter, in particular for the Jogan storyline. But damn it, they're not putting it in there. So it's a catch-22.
I mean, I hope so. I hope you're right. Yeah. I mean, this is just sounding like I'm coming across as an unhinged hater. I don't have trust in Ikimoto because what you described, yeah, Himawari did used to have it when Kodachi and Kishimoto were writing the story.
Well, hold on. Sorry. I'm going to defend Ikimoto here because I've been extremely critical of his art and some of his writing for sure. Definitely in TBV, but mostly in part 1. But let me give him his flowers, okay? Ikimoto has certainly improved his art, which is not what we're really talking about. But his art has definitely drastically improved to the point where I think it's not like I don't even need to do comparisons. It's good. He's improved so much. And then as far as his writing goes, I am in another world impressed. Now, is there like some problems? Yeah, and what's my impressed level relative to like Boruto standards? I'm impressed. Right? If I'm doing like I don't know, just Pain Invasion arc writing standards, then no. But just like I think he set up a great protagonist in a way that wasn't previously established for Boruto, in my opinion. I think TBV was undeniably Boruto series in a way that Kawaki just kind of took it in part 1. Boruto's undeniable in this series, and I have faith that I wanted him to have. I wanted somebody to have flying Raijin. I did not want that ability to die on the vine, and he did it. He brought that back. He made Boruto drippy as hell. He made Sarda finally not look like a damn child prostitute, which is weird as hell. So he made her drippy as hell. Like gave them amazing powers, amazing abilities, and one thing he definitely understands. He has the Michael Bay writing style down pat. Like he understands. Giving your characters impactful moments and giving them hype aura farming moments is what like we like. Millennials, Gen Z, like it's kind of our thing. So he knows how to cater towards his audience. Now, if you're trying to dive deeper into it, like on some like intricate levels, then maybe not. But it just depends.
Yeah, I think those intricate levels is what I'm personally, as I was mentioning earlier, missing from Boruto as a character. I mean, I don't disagree with you at all in terms of everything you just said, Melo. But yeah, I guess when it comes on to the intricacy, yeah, it still needs to be there because I still think Boruto as a character can still go higher in terms of like just reader perception.
What are two things that you would add to add some depth and intricate and something more intricate in terms of the writing
right now is just it would come down to just him having some slow subtle character interactions with the persons who view him as quote unquote Kawaki right now, because that's what I was saying earlier. That's what's really and truly missing, because when Two Blue Vortex started, or even TBV on a whole, you could say, yeah, Boruto is cool, he's drippy, he's strong, he feels like he's pushing the plot forward, so to speak. But I just think it's missing some of that intricate, empathetic moments for Boruto, right? Coming off of the whole omnipotent switch, because again, it just feels like an afterthought to me in terms of him, quote unquote, losing everything. It's like, oh, I lost everything. Oh, it's no big deal, really. That's how it kind of feels to me. So right now, hopefully within the next volume or two, or those, like for example, in this chapter, I was kind of expecting him. I was predicting that he would go to the Uzumaki residence, which he did, but not in the capacity that I was hoping for, where I was like, he would probably go through the house, he'd look on the pictures, we'd have some subtle moments, especially since he's embodying Sasuke. It doesn't have to be like explicit out there in terms of, oh god, I lost everything. But,
like the Orochimaru, like, oh, he's engaging in some sentimentality, like when he returns.
Yeah, that type of vibe. Just those subtle things, I think would be perfect for Boruto right now to really say, yeah, there's some depth there. And there is, but it could be more.
Can I toss something your way? Really? Sorry, I'll forget this. I'll blitz through this. I actually, I could be completely wrong, and I don't disagree. Actually, in a conventional sense, I think you're 1,000,000,000% correct. I definitely want those scenes, and I think they would add gravity and weight for sure. I think it's a generational thing, and in particular, I think it's the generation that Boruto is supposed to be reflecting, which I think is Gen Z. Obviously,
that's a good point. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So, and I was just thinking about this when you said this. I think if you look at Gen Z, they memify everything. Like, oh, end of the world, World War III. Oh, I guess we got to go to war. I'm not like they'll joke about everything. Like nothing is serious because like they don't have any future really under this system. And I think they know that. So they're kind of like YOLO, right? So, and I think that kind of like quick paced, I'll just get over things really easily. Oh, well, this is happening. Okay, well, time to move on. I think that adaptability is a hallmark of the generation that he's supposed to be embodying. And I think that's the reason why it might come off as weird. Even in like the clothing design choices that Ikimoto chooses for them. I think it's all like speaking towards that, to where it's just like, yeah, like even like I even think Momoshiki was taken aback. I think if he was dealing with Naruto might have despaired maybe. But like even like I mean, hell, he needed his mom and dad to pop up to help him from time to time. Boruto just nothing, bro. I think it's a generational thing, honestly. But yeah, just some ideas, just some ideas.
I mean, that's not too far off, man. Because I mean, if you want to even look at it from the perspective of say Naruto Boruto as a series reflecting real life, I mean, even back to 2015 with the Boruto movie, I mean, Kishimoto did kind of base things on, the fact that he was writing Naruto for so long, he didn't get enough time to spend with his family, right? In terms of the whole Naruto Boruto conflict of him being Hokage, etc., etc. So yeah, you could be onto something. I actually like it.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that Ikimoto's art has improved in terms of his characters, at least in terms of the fashion. I still think he has a lot of work to go. Yeah, his like proportions, anatomy, you could say it's got better. His depth is arguably as bad as it's ever been. Look at the cover with Himawari's noodle leg in this latest chapter is ridiculous. But outside of small things like that, or the quality of the line art at some different moments of like some characters' hair, shout out Mitsuki. But like some characters he spends a lot of time on. Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. The characters look better, the backgrounds look objectively worse. If they're even there at all, then they just are worse. If you go back to the beginning, those first 30, 40 chapters of Naruto Next Generations, Ikimoto's drawing complex backgrounds often. He's not doing that anymore. Like you're saying, as the meme, he's just replacing it with speed lines. He's just removed all depth in terms of the art to focus on some characters and only some to make them look really good. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, statement. Her legs are not noodle. Okay.
Did you? Okay, and, no. We're talking about it since we're bringing it up. Okay, post the cover in chat if you have it handy.
I just have it up on my like Viz website.
Can you post it in chat?
Yeah, sure. I could screenshot it.
Because Himawari's our left, Himawari's right leg. We're not gonna sit here and pretend like that isn't a noodle leg. There's no doubt.
Hold on. If you want the cover, just go get it from X. I'm not about to do this just to prove that her legs are a noodle.
All right.
What are we doing? Yeah, just go to X. Yeah, I'm sure you could just
I don't think it's
art. That guy, he's awesome. Okay.
The leg doesn't bend this way.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad, man. I mean, she's what, 13, right?
Looks fine to me. She's wearing bell bottoms. If anything, I hate that style of jean or pants.
Yeah, I think it's more so the jeans, man.
There's a very 90s aesthetic.
Oh, Viz completely changed the cover. Not completely. They just changed the colors, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it looks
like way hard to
what was the other thing that you were talking about? You said
the backgrounds.
Oh yeah, so for me the backgrounds, again, I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but I kind of feel like when you're dealing with like a generation that is used to like TikTok, YouTube shorts, quick short attention span, yeah, you don't need all that detail in the background because frankly, who's looking at all that stuff? Maybe like honestly, I don't think it matters. And I know it sucks because like we're looking at like from the artistic standpoint of it all and like comparing it to the past or even the present people. But honestly, like I mean you can a well written story can have an illustration with stick figures and be better than like the best painted, best illustrated book with a shit story. So like I don't think the art really needs to like matter all that much as long as like the anime can kind of pick up the slack. I think you have a problem when you don't have an anime to accompany a series like this.
I agree.
But yeah.
My problem with that is the fact that the type of medium that this is, it's manga. The visual aesthetic is meant to be like half of the value of this as a product. This isn't a novel. This is meant to have art as presenting something to you of quality, of value.
Yeah, funny enough, I think people were criticizing Kubo when it came onto this very same thing with Bleach after a while, where it was just blank backgrounds, really and truly. So I get you, but I can't agree with Miller. If the anime can pick up the slack, because I mean, I'm thinking about even though the art did improve over time with Isayama with Attack on Titan, like I think at the start it wasn't so hot, man, to be honest.
Now it's bad.
It improved, but trust me, the anime for AOT just really took it to another level from the visual aesthetic.
Do you have like an example, like some bad backgrounds?
Yeah,
like it's just not detailed, or maybe I'll understand a little bit better if I can like visualize it. Because like I think their backgrounds are very detailed. Like that conversation between Sumire and Sarada, like I think there was like plenty of like the details with the tree and the shading, the cobblestone ground. Like, I think it paints a very vivid picture, frankly. I mean, maybe you can say like there could be more clouds in the sky or something like that, but like, not every like region is super cloudy like that. So like I don't know.
Yeah, this chapter was pretty good
Yeah.
with the backgrounds. I'll give you that. But just in general,
Okay.
yeah, the Momoshiki dimension as well. I did really like that. But yeah,
You know,
Would you guys say the fight choreography is better in Two Blue Vortex versus Part 1 Boruto?
no, I think
like,
part
what's
one
your
board was better.
top 3 best Part 1 Boruto fights? Maybe I can have, like,
Are we
comparison.
specifying manga here?
Yeah,
I
just
think so,
strictly
yeah.
manga, strictly manga.
Okay, and we're also specing choreography rather than anything with narrative.
Yeah, just take the narrative element out, just in terms of fight.
Okay, then I think the owl fight is the best fight in the Boruto manga.
The owl fight. I was gonna put it as one of them as well. Oh, I would definitely say the fight against shit, I'm forgetting his name. That the new Team 7 fought against.
Boro?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, that
Um,
was 3 chapters long, so are we doing this in
Yeah.
terms of, like, quantity based on duration, or, like, quality overall? What are we going for
I'm
there?
just
I don't-
talking quality overall, man. I'm not even going to
Okay.
group it by
Because again, that
lengths
being
or
3
anything.
chapters long, that would explain why. I think with that in mind, though, I would go with Borushiki versus Kawashiki in the Code arc.
From the we're talking manga specifically.
Manga, yeah,
though.
manga specifically.
Okay.
I don't- I think Boruto Part 1, if I get away from like quantity, obviously, that wouldn't be very fair. But I don't think it's better or worse. I just think it's the connotation's different. The feeling is different. The stakes feel different. It's different vibe, different aura. Boruto has a different demeanor, a different kind of approach to things. So the landscape, the context, the nuance feels different. I think that's what it is. Because I could look at that
Yeah.
Boruto versus Jura fight and say the choreography was amazing, and I can't wait to see that animated. And that's true. But I'm pretty sure like the owl fight, I wasn't really reading the manga until Kawaki got like introduced, past all like the passing out and bringing him back to Konoha and stuff. That's when I got into it.
Sure.
So all the other stuff you just Owl, I don't really know from the manga, just the anime. But
That's fair.
like I is the choreography really worse than Boruto versus Jura, which I think is probably like amongst the top 3 best fights so far in TBV? Because if you just look at it, it's like he washes Mitsuki, he runs from the Shinju, he folds like he doesn't really do in terms of like Boruto. It's really just Jura and Code, really, and maybe like Hirari, but that's like a tag team match. The same thing with Sartor. She watches him, he runs, sneak attack, takes her, and then she teams up, and then she just like one shots Ryu for, and even like Mitsari, like that battle was non-existent for the most part. So yeah, I wouldn't take anything away from Part 1, I suppose, in choreography.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. I think the real contenders would be Boruto and everyone else versus Hidari. You have, like you said, Boruto versus Jura, and then Himawari versus Jura, I think would be the last one. Unless you want to count Boruto versus all the Shinju in chapter like 4 and 5. But I don't know if that would even count as like one fight, quote unquote.
I think that was a great fight. I just I don't know, like, is there a fight better than that one? In Part 1? You say Owl?
I
Maybe?
think the owl fight was good, yeah.
Is it better than that? Boruto invades that dimension and fights off the Shinju and escape?
Well, the Boruto
Or is it
fighting the
just like
Shinju one
the
is
weight
like,
of it?
unless I'm misremembering it, the Boruto fighting the Shinju one's only like half a chapter. So I mean, I'm pressed to even
Yeah.
call it a fight in the first place. Or just
I
Boruto
think it's
runs
definitely a
away.
fight. Like he definitely boxed with the Hini Lord, Mamushi.
Yeah.
And then the
Just
others
a little
showed up
bit.
after that.
Yeah. He was asking Code. Code said no.
Yeah, and then he clashed with Hirari, and then
yeah.
the stuff with so
Then
really
Matsuri.
really his main op, to be honest, was really Mamushi, because he was on his ass the whole time for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a dope fight, and if you saw that in the anime, it would be like some Jiraiya invades like Pain's little village. It'll be like that kind of energy, I think, like that kind of desperate, frantic kind of. So I just think this series is just really going to blossom in the anime. And it's
I
just super
completely agree.
unfortunate that like it's so incompetently managed. But you know, I don't want to be pessimistic, but you know.
Yeah. But that being said, I guess we could shift the conversation to a new topic.
Why is Gar still asleep again?
You know, I'm glad you asked. So
is Shinky that powerful? Like,
so
damn.
about that. So can anyone explain to me the writing decision behind that? Not the in-universe explanation, which they haven't really given us. Oh, it's because
I just think it's malnutrition too. He was just sealed so long he couldn't get any like, you know, vital food, water type shit, bro.
Don't think that's why, but
I just think it's power level shit. Like Shinky just that OP.
But why would Ikimoto write it to be that way? Is it because he doesn't want to include Gaara in the story? He doesn't have to do that if Gaara's awake, though.
Where did they say he was malnourished?
It's just like an assumption. It's like, why did Kaguya die when she was sealed? Most people just say she like starved. I'm like, that's so lame. But I would like to think it's a property of the jutsu or something. I don't know, but I guess he just starved. Okay.
I think it just strained her chakra to 0.
I think they want to make Shinky Kage. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're keeping him out of the picture for now, so we can have Boy Kage, and we can do like some really dope shit with Shinky. But hey, this is my thoughts. I actually like Kankuro being Hokage. I mean, Kazekage. I actually think he's a fantastic Kage. So I would love to see him. I think he's earned it, and I've been wanting this for a while. So I think he should keep it for a while. But yeah, I think Shinky. Look, it's Shinky and Sarah are going to be like Kage pair in during their era. So I think it's pretty obvious. But yeah,
I mean, we said that about Yagura. So.
That is true. That is true. And you know what? I hate that you said that.
I'm sorry. Like, I wish I didn't say it too. I wish I couldn't have said it. That's the real problem.
I mean, who else is going to be like, what, Booten? You know what? I'm fine with that, actually. I'm fine with that, you know? But, you know, it's the first Mizukage that we were introduced to, as far as I can recall, was like a woman outside of like, you know.
Oh, me.
My bad. The explanations of who the Kage were, they just show like men silhouettes and stuff in like Naruto Part 1, but yeah.
Was it? I remember just being Shadow. I don't remember being able to like identify man versus woman. I could be wrong though.
I think that's maybe me reading into it. They just looked like the broad shoulders or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, Chris, number 1, thank you so much, man. That's 3 donos in 1 stream, bro. You're like amazing. Thank you so much for that, bro. Let me heart that for sure. I almost feel bad actually. Like you can just ask questions, bro. You don't have to donate anymore. But thank you so much. Wasn't Gaara hurt before he got sealed?
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
true.
Well, he was, but they said that
like,
Gaara doesn't have any more injuries. It wasn't life-threatening, and he's okay now. He's unconscious right now because of Shinky's seal, and that's never happened before with any other seal in Naruto. I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. It would be really cool if what Melo's saying, that's the reason why they could have Shinky become Kazekage. If not, then just keep Kankuro. But I think Gaara's going to wake up pretty soon.
Or at the very least start grooming him for that role just because of like this sparked something in their leadership. Like, yo, our Kage could die, bro. Like, let's start grooming the next gen like properly now. I think that could be pretty cool. But
I prefer that.
I don't want this for Gaara. Like, Gaara's a cool character, and I really want him to like do some cool stuff.
My biggest worry.
I just thought of something stupid.
Real quick, my biggest worry. The panel we saw of Gaara unconscious is the last panel of Gaara we will see of him in the entire franchise. That is my biggest worry. I can totally see them doing that.
No shot, bro.
Well,
no shot.
I can see it.
Bro, you kind of stole my idea there. I was going to say Gaara's not going to wake up until the end of 2 Blue Vortex.
Well, yeah. No, if we see him at the end of 2 Blue Vortex, that's the thing. Are we going to do that?
Shinky OP, bro. If that's the case, Shinky too. He OP, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, no. If we get to the end of 2 Blue Vortex and we hit the Kawaki versus Boruto Hokage monument scene again, except this time the village is destroyed, I really don't even know what will be the point of bringing Gaara back, because there's a chance that everyone's probably dead at this given point.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you
throw
say
some
that.
sand in Kawaki's eye.
So-
Real Anakin.
I'm gonna throw some dirt in your
Toby
eye.
Maguire style. yeah. Toby Maguire style.
I love it.
Hurt in your eye.
Okay, but Immortal, you
Who
do
wrote
bring up
that
a good
line?
point.
'Cause that was improvised goated shit. My bad.
So Immortal, you brought up the flash forward scene. I do have a question for each of you. I think we're all going to be on the same page of this, but I want to ask it anyways. Do we think that the Momoshiki Jura plan or whatever, is there any possibility that that hasn't happened yet by the time of the flash forward scene?
If you said you said what?
So do we think
Momoshiki Jura plan?
Yes, basically, do we think the flash forward scene is going to be the final fight, Boruto vs. Kawaki? It's going to be after they've already dealt with Momoshiki and Jura and whatever other threats? Or do you think that could be something later down the line and we're going to get Boruto vs. Kawaki first?
There will definitely be more down the line. The reason being, and I've done a video about this years ago. I've talked about it recently. Is that Kawaki, if they maintain the same dialogue from episode 1 and chapter 1, when we get it in the manga, Kawaki has transitioned from wanting to kill Boruto to wanting to seal Boruto. So I'm assuming he wants to protect Boruto from something. So I mean, if he's going to send him the way of the 7th, that means he's going to seal him away. So he must be trying to protect him from something. So some threat must still be there on the horizon. Could still be Jura. Could be. I don't know.
Oh
But,
God, I hope it's not Jura, bro. No. It's too far away from now. Like Jura is Raditz, bro. Like, could you imagine if we're in like Sail Saga and we're still boxing Raditz, bro? Like,
That's
bro.
crazy.
This is wild. Like, what are we doing?
I'm so glad you brought up Raditz because I don't know if this is true. I've heard from an interview that I would say Three-Eyed Madara was Nappa level. If you were to put Dragon Ball Z scaling,
That's not real. That's some bullshit they came up with. Yeah. I think they owned up to that. I think that was Seth.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't even know what the fuck.
I heard. I that's what I've heard. I don't know if that was true or not. I was like, oh, okay.
I think it came from like a supposed statement that was made from like an interview a billion years ago.
Yeah, with Kishimoto. So that was forever ago. Like over 10 years.
Some Aku samurai long ago, like in the distant past, bro. Like,
samurai.
Yeah, like the foolish content creators. Okay, what the fuck? That's what it is, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, but
it probably came from the same guy that said the reason they came up with Kagi is because there was no way to defeat Madara.
And that's kind of
see, to be fair, I've been believing that one for years. Okay, mostly because I'm a Kaguya stan. Okay, but it just sounds good to me. Okay, it sounds nice. But yeah, no, I feel like Kaguya felt random. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit felt random. But so I don't know, bro. Like Madara should have been the final villain, bro. I'm sorry,
bro. I'm telling you, dog.
Or at least make it better than that. Like I think Madara should have been the final villain, and then Kaguya should have been safe for Boruto. Like type shit.
Yeah, I would agree.
Or like the last or something like that era, and then you can deal with it. You know?
Yeah, they can go into. But then, well, so actually, no. I thought they were. I don't know why I thought they were never going to introduce if they didn't introduce like 6 past Sage Mode into the. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, they could for if they really wanted to introduce Kage into Boruto. Like, I noticed that they didn't really go into detail about her backstory. We just got like little glimpses of what happened through Hagoromo's perspective when he was telling Naruto about the history of Shinobi and how Shinobi were able to wield chakra and do all this other stuff. And it was because Kaguya had 2 sons after eating the chakra fruit. Hagoromo Hamura, you already know the story. We pretty much already know the story by now. They are the first wielders of chakra, and then they, spread that chakra through human beings and, so forth and so on. So, what they could have done is they could have done exactly what they did in the anime, like further explore her backstory in Boruto. And then we could fully I would say empathize or sympathize with Kaguya in that sense, because she kind of, I can understand where you guys are coming from with that. She did kind of feel out of nowhere, and it kind of did took away from the shine of Madara, because I was hoping to see Three-Eyed Madara to see how powerful he would be.
Bro, I was ready for the Naruto Sasuke. Yo, you can imagine that fight play out, and then they do the anime adaptation of it with the additional choreography. Yo.
Now, I don't know if this has happened in the game in Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, but the last time I played it, Madara was I think they were fighting in the sky with, you were playing as Sasuke. Madara was in his Susanoo, and he was just doing all the he was just doing all this crazy ass shit. I was like, yo, what if they could do that in the manga? Like,
do you guys think Killer Bee should train with Hima at some point? I'm looking at my boy Mike in chat here. He's talking about Killer Bee would be cool to train Hima.
Yeah,
I think so. Idea. Yeah, because Killer Bee did escape from Momoshiki. That was actually a really clever plan of him, his, to use one of the tentacles, like always, to escape from Momoshiki, because it's not like
it's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, either that or the Otsutsuki are trash, like I've been saying for years. How do you?
I'm guessing
one is true, but yeah.
Now,
but yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, I think Kurama's having difficulty training her. So I think maybe he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take you to who trains your daddy, okay? I'm gonna take you to him, okay? And they can do the whole training thing. I think that could be pretty sick. And sorry, something that really popped in my mind, and maybe you guys want to talk about Hima, but just really quickly before I forget this, I was reading this chapter a bit, and something really kind of irritated me slightly.
Talk to me, man.
It was when the conversation between Sumire and Sardo was about to really kick off, and then I looked over on the very next page, and I saw this giant eyeball. And I'm like, wow, Ada. Wow. Really?
Ada is there for the comedy, bro.
It's like, it's one thing to like spy on Kawaki when he's in his bedroom alone on some weird stuff, okay? Is it hella creepy? Absolutely. But the fandom doesn't seem to care because she's pretty or something. I see a predator personally. And then I'm being dead ass. And they having an intimate one-on-one conversation. And this, I ain't gonna call her out.
This heifer. This heifer, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a Naomi from WWE. Okay, this heifer. Okay, this woman is just out here eavesdropping and then just getting all the detail, all the tea, as the women call it, and she just diving deep into all of it. I'm like, bro, mind your business, but this is not what this cosmic level Shinjutsu was meant for. This is why you don't give children God level powers, because they're going to use it for nonsensical stuff like this. Instead of fixing the problem she caused, she out here teenage drama. And then she wasted Sensory Unit man hours to try to contact them to gossip about it after the fact. Like, how did you know we had that conversation to begin with? You know what? I'm done with her, bro. A quick pet peeve. Ada is like the worst, bro. I'm so sorry. And the fact that the fandom just let her slide for years is so annoying to me, bro. Team Delta, bro.
Honestly, just like the Otsutsuki's, which if you want to consider Ada an Otsutsuki because she has Shibai cells, be more power to you. But she has this nonchalant attitude.
He's bored, bro. There's nothing to do in Konoha.
I'm sick of Konoha, bro. Damn, I'm sick of Konoha.
Oh yeah, I want to get to that. I want to get to that in my second topic, but in my second discussion. So first off, I feel like there's going to be a point where they're going to have to break Ada's, how should I say, not pride. Would you consider her prideful, in a sense?
No.
No?
My pride? no,
not really pride. I think it's just, I feel like that Ada's going to end up suffering the same fate as all the other Otsutsukis, where they underestimate humanity, all because they have this power that is incomprehensible to mere mortals. And we've seen throughout history, Shinobi, if they work together as a unit, if they, strategize and, come up with effective plans to, deal with the Otsutsuki, they're able to overcome the gods. And we've seen this happen even in Boruto when it came to Momoshiki, where he kept calling, all the humans, all the shinobi, inferior creatures to them.
Give them the Zamasu treatment, man.
Yep. So I'm not saying that Ada is considering. I don't know if Ada would consider anyone beneath her. Would you guys? Have you guys ever picked up any sort of, that kind of behavior from her? Or
no, because
No?
the way I'm looking at Ada really is that her arc is kind of embracing quote unquote toxic love, and then I guess being shown the right way to actually fall in love. That's how I'm kind of imagining her arc essentially. So I don't really see her coming off as say prideful or feeling she's really above anybody else. Really and truly, I've never really seen her like that.
No. I don't know. I'm guessing it's mainly her demeanor that makes me feel that way.
I guess she's kind of complacent because of omnipotence. Well,
Yeah.
the charming effect that she's
Yeah, the charm of I keep forgetting
unintentionally
charm
doing.
effect.
yeah. That
Yeah.
she's unintentionally doing.
Yeah.
So
She's
the
trying
thing
to.
is-
Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I do that. So the reason I think this goes back to what I was saying about the Otsutsukis, because if you want to consider Aiden and Otsutsuki, that's fine. I think it's more so with Mamushi on the horizon, and if you've seen when you've seen the future scene where there might be a chance that Mamushi might actually have Shadow Clone Jutsu. If you looked
what?
hard enough, let me show you. Hold on. I think it was which one? Chapter 23 or chapter 24?
With the
If I'm not
pressure?
mistaken.
You can just drop
with
it in the
presence.
chat if anything.
Yeah, I'll screenshot it to you.
What is
where was
that?
it? Oh yeah. Hold on.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So now, you guys are not going to believe me when I say this,
You're right.
but you know what? I'll let the image speak for itself.
Please.
Okay.
I'll let
What
the
did I
image
miss?
speak for itself.
In my 20 reads
So-
of the chapter.
Feature.
I like how you're specifying it's shadow clone. It can't be any other type of clone. It is a
I
shadow
don't.
clone.
So I can't really explain it. It's not really shadow clones, but it is cloning nonetheless. Here it is,
Like-
right here.
I guess like more like
Hey,
Now, zoom in closely above Sarda and
in the
Himawari.
top left? Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I don't see that as shadow clones. I see why you're saying that. I think if anything, that might be him portaling in somewhere. But if anything, it looks like the Otsutsuki stone tablets behind him. In my opinion, I could be wrong on that. That's just my guess. But
Oh wait, hold on. I don't. That could be that, or maybe he might be in Konoha. Who knows?
I mean, it wouldn't be
Okay.
surprising if he could do wood clone. So
I mean, it looks like the
Yeah, actually, yeah. Wood clone jutsu is a thing. Wood clone
Yeah,
jutsu
yeah.
is a thing. Also,
take a look at-
Jubi, Tintail's
continue.
vision. Also, I forgot to add, Tintail's vision is also a thing. So
entails
Mamushi-
vision.
So Tintail's vision is basically what happens.
Shirt.
So let me explain. So Tintail's vision is what happens when like one of those. You remember those Jubi soldiers that split off of each other and created even more Jubi soldiers in the war?
Oh, I thought you said Tintail's vision. You mean
No,
fission?
Yeah, fission. Tintail's fission.
Oh,
or-
vision. Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, Tintail's got a brand new dojutsu?
No.
Yeah, I see. I get it. Yeah, but continue, Felix.
Fission beam, yeah.
So I just thought about that. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm looking at this image. If you guys are looking in the chat, I see Mamushi and I see all these other black ruffle mains, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Sorry, doesn't he look like Overhaul from My Hero a little bit? This has like a... Maybe you guys haven't seen My Hero. Never mind. Please continue. Just a random thought. Sorry.
No, but I think so Mamushi.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're right. Not Overhaul. It's I think the guy from One Piece that's in the Revolutionary Army that's amongst Sabo's crew with the crows. if you watch One Piece, you'll like the people who watch One Piece. I know what I'm talking about. But maybe like Kadisi or something like that. Yeah, my bad. But yeah.
So I was just thinking about, that little scene where we see that there's actually different Mamushis in that one area. I don't know if that's in the Ten Tails dimension or if it's in Konoha. Kachikoji did say that, Mamushi's on the move since, Boruto and Kawaki changed the future, altered the future once again. So Mamushi is targeting Ada. So the next confrontation between the Shinju is going to be, Mamushi probably making a move on Konoha, or maybe this could be, Mamushi in the Ten Tails dimension discovering other abilities that he has, like Ten Tails Vision, where he's able to split himself off into different, clones of himself.
I like that. Wouldn't
that could work.
Couldn't that just be like Claw Grimes?
They
but
could.
I do get your point, though. I get your point.
I mean, they could be Claw Grimes, maybe able to take on the appearance of Mamushi. That would be, that would be pretty dope.
Like a new evolution. That would be crazy, bro.
That would be pretty cool.
Like some Agent Smith from the Matrix. Like they can just embody any grime they want. That'd be nasty, bro.
Yes. So if they do go that route, I would be so hooked to that. If they decided to allow the Claw Grimes to take on the appearance of whatever other Claw Grimes are out there, like the Shinjus, for example, like Jorah or maybe Hidari or maybe Matsuri or Ryu if they ever come back. Imagine how cunning and deceptive that would be even for the Ten Tails.
Do you think?
I think with how.
sorry, please.
I was gonna say with how conniving Mushimi looks like aesthetically, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls something like that for real.
Yes,
bro, he's going to Black Zetsu fucking Jura, bro. I'm telling you.
I mean,
he's gonna hand through the chest like he did Madara, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna betray him.
This whole Shinju saga, say that 10 times fast, Shinju saga. This whole Shinju saga feels like Hunter x Hunter's Chimera Ant arc. I mean, what if Mamushi is inspired based off of someone like Poof, and he just has that same, like, splitting ability? He can just, like, split down to, like, a tenth the size.
I'm down, buddy. Whoa. Listen, I know I gave Ikimoto some props earlier, but to compare him to the GOAT, or at least one of the GOATs, stop. No. Now, if you want to say solo left, Wes, kind of. Wait, did they cover that so far in the anime? I heard that they did. No, solo is going too fast, but...
Yeah.
My bad. Bro said it's like Hunter. Blasphemous. Stop it. I love me some Boruto, but like Hunter's in my top 5 favorite anime ever. You gotta stop this. Bro.
Nah, I get you though. I wrote down a long thing the other day. It's probably gonna be a video script. I don't know what. Maybe some for the podcast. But I wrote down a whole thing about why the Chimera Ant arc was so much better than the Shinju franchise arc thing, whatever you want to call this at this point.
I mean, I don't think you would have to try hard to convince persons, man.
I mean, evil, bro. Like, why would you ever put anything Boruto up against Hunter x Hunter?
Well, now to be fair though, the Shinju,
it has to be Naruto Shippuden. It has to be.
The Shinju do have a lot of comparisons with the Chimera arcs, or just the Chimera Ants, I should just say in general, which is why. Sorry, yeah. So the Shinju, the Shinju people humanoids they're very similar to the Chimera Ants in a lot of ways. It's just the Chimera Ants was written way better, which means you can compare the two in a very easy way.
So far, to be fair.
Sure.
Bro, I'm sorry, but the Silver Kite, man, bro. There's nothing. They haven't even like that was early Ant arc, bro. Like there's still nothing you can do. Like there's like who? Like Inojin? Like Yodo? Like there's no comparison,
no.
Bro, there's like and then like Neferpito would have been like what Mitsari, and she didn't even get a dope fight. Like, see, that's the most like that's something I wanted to mention. I'm glad like kind of I got there at some point. Man, what a waste, man! What a waste. That's
so.
I'm sorry.
So I was gonna say. That
speaking on no, that's not 250, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
sorry,
speaking,
real quick. What I was gonna say was like it would have been like such a major, like it is a major way. I was looking forward to a dope battle between her and Konohamaru, and to have that be it. See, for the moment, I was like,
know.
okay, that's fine if she like comes back and then they actually have a proper battle. But if that's the end of the character, bruh, that's awful. They can't do that to her, but they did. I don't know what to do, bro. Like I don't know, it's a waste, but
And
This
the
is why I
Gara
kind
fight
of
was
feel,
off
gonna
screen.
man, like the Shinju are just. I think this is why at this point, even though Momoshiki might be just the regular mustache twirling, that's why I think Ikimoto is kind of trying to set him up now to come back as a quote unquote threat, because Jura's cool, Hidari is gonna be cool, I think. But overall, the Shinju just see like, it makes me want to ask who's next, really. And true, they're cool, they're interesting, they're nuanced, but who's next? That's how I feel about the Shinju, man, at this point.
So when you were mentioning how Matsuri pretty much didn't have any really cool fights in a sense, I was thinking to myself, dang, they could have actually shown us Matsuri fighting Gaara instead of off-screening, having her fight Gaara within one of Orochimaru's hideouts, and the conclusion is, Matsuri's just sitting there stunting in front of Gaara, and Gaara is pretty much bleeding out of control after, I think Matsuri probably has stabbed him. And then
I mean, they'll probably do that in the anime, to be honest.
they'll do that in the anime, but I would love to see that in the manga instead of off screen having her do that. Because I really want to see how I want to see Gaara's growth after the Momoshiki arc.
As a legacy character?
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just joking with you about it.
Yeah.
I'm just joking with you.
Sorry, it's just like here's the thing. Well, here's the thing about me. I don't like this whole idea of downplaying the old gen characters. I don't.
do you think they are downplaying them?
In a way, it's. I think. I don't know how to explain it.
I wouldn't really say it's downplay, man. I just think it's a narrative issue.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like you have to turn off your brain, bro. It's like.
That's
Like-
a hell of a sentence, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. I mean, think about it, bro. It's like say Naruto. It's like if Naruto was still out and about, and somebody attacked the village. That's like the situation with the legacy characters is if somebody attacked the village and Naruto doesn't show up, and he's Hokage, and he's not sealed. He's, as far as you know, all right. That's the situation with the legacy character. That's the best comparison I could make. It makes no sense. You kind of have to what's the term? Like suspension of disbelief or something like that.
Yeah.
So exactly what they're doing.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue is the fact that the old gen feels so underutilized, and it also felt like the new gen at the same time felt also very underutilized, and it was focused mainly on Boruto and Kawaki. Not saying that Naruto and Sasuke weren't heavily involved in the story. They were basically like trying to give Boruto the training wheels in a sense to his bikes. That way, when he gets older, he won't need the training wheels. He could just ride the bike all by himself without having to worry about stumbling and falling. So when it came to the Otsutsuki invasions, the Momoshiki arc is okay. Actually, I actually like the Momoshiki arc in a sense. I like it. It was a really well thought out arc. And then we get into
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And then we get into the Ishiki invasion arc, and in the manga, Ishiki is just modernizing random shinobi, asking questions about where where Kawaki was.
Yeah.
Calling that the Ishiki invasion is crazy, bro. No. I mean, I guess technically, but bro was ducking like shuriken, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Pain could never. Pain ain't ducking no damn, bro. He just repelled that shit. This dude was using shinjutsu on throwing knives, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. I can't take this dude seriously.
That's the funny thing
crazy,
about a lot of the situations in Boruto. Is like these villains seem like simultaneously like menacing, but ass at the same time. Like, I don't know, man. It's like this
beyond Kaguya level throwing knives, bro. Like, what is happening, bro? The fuck?
Oh,
At least Ikimoto was clever enough to make metal count for something with the whole new flying Raijin and Boruto. So at least we could say, okay, that makes some sense. Why is he using a metal sword when he could use like Kinshiki's red chakra blades? Like, why is he? Okay, it has sentimentality and it's metal because it works with his powers. Okay, cool, that makes sense. But like before, it's like, why is Ishiki, this supposed god tier, ducking shuriken? I don't understand. I'm sorry, but please.
I think most of that is just Ishiki, shrinking the shurikens and everything. I don't know.
Exactly what it was. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I kind of laughed at the whole thing about when Ishiki was just rolling up in the village asking random fodder shinobi, where's Kawaki? Like, if you guys don't give Kawaki to me, I might have to. I don't know. I might have to kill somebody.
Who the fuck is Kawaki? He's like, bro, listen, if I knew who that was, brother, I would tell you. Okay, I don't know him. You just did not take into consideration. I did not know who he was. Like, damn. At least Kane had like a method in which he could extract data. Like,
okay.
Just taking their word.
I will give you that. That's funny, considering Jigen's already been to Naruto's house where he knows Kawaki lives. Why is he asking strangers who don't know Kawaki?
I guess technically he wouldn't know how to get there because he did like port in there. So I guess
via Kawaki's,
but like, don't those space-time rifts leave like signatures in space-time so they can go back? I don't fucking know, bro.
Oh no. So the shinobi throws shurikens at Ishiki. He shrinks it and then just throws it right back at them.
It's like my fucking my number one. Oh no! You discovered my throwing knife. It's like, bro, I have a butter knife. Will that work too? Like, can I throw a thumbtack? Like, as long as I'm of sufficient level, it should not matter, bro. Like a banana peel, something. It's just crazy, bro. Oh no, man.
I thought there was, when I saw that, I just thought, oh, okay, in a way that's actually pretty funny because he's just strolling up in the village asking people, I'm looking for someone, a boy named Kawaki. Do you know where he is? And then the shinobi just like they just start throwing shurikens at him. He's shrinking and throwing it back at them. He was like, sorry, I'm in a rush. I need my question. I need my answer to my question, or else the civilian.
It is like how popular of a name is Kawaki? Like, it could be multiple Kawaki. Like, you don't fucking know. What you mean Kawaki work at the Thunderbird? Like, he ain't nobody. He's 45. Like, she got a family. Like, what do you want with Kawaki? That's my boy. Like, yo. You don't even know the dynamics, bro. I could be betraying my lifelong friend, bro. Like, fuck that kid. I don't know him. Like,
do you remember when Itachi pulled up to the village and was going to like knock on Naruto's door, and Sasuke's trying to rush to Naruto, and he opens his door and he sees like some weird yellow-haired kid with a white man. I would imagine Ishiki just pulls up to that.
They really try to tease us with that bullshit. They tried. They got my ass too, boy. I was like, oh shit, what's going on? That's true.
So I thought that was pretty funny. I thought moments like that was actually pretty funny. Like, bro.
Obito in the 5 Kage Summit arc when he pulls up like, it's war, so it's war. Like, the aura, bro. Like, Jura has none of it. People are like, oh, he sat down and he sipped some wine or whatever. I'm like, bro, like, fucking a soccer mom can do that. Like, that's not impressive, bro. What are you talking about? Drinking wine? What are you doing? Like, the dude has and as soon as he gets pressed, bro, he loses all composure, bro. At least Obito could, like, I mean, bro was inside of his mind trying to rip things out of his brain and shit, and he's just sitting. He's still fighting and boxing back. Until
Juro can have a line like, these fools can never make me sweat. Like,
I was about to say that. Wait, hold on. Am I sweating? No. Am I sweating? No, it's just the rain. These fools will never make me sweat.
And then you know what made that moment so much more like just let you know Obito's one of, if not the best villains in the entire franchise. I'll stand by this. He kept the Madara voice in his internal dialogue. Nobody heard him. Nobody heard him. He just did it to himself. He aura farmed himself. It was some
That's
quantum
crazy.
level shit, bro. It was elite, bro. It was impressive.
Oh my god.
It was fucking crazy. Yo, Chad, am I still alive? Let me know.
Just further proof he gave up on being Obito. He really was being Madara. He believed it.
I know, bro. But that's the depth of the character. Like, he died when he was a boy. Like, I
Yeah.
truly am in hell. Like, back then, he died, bro. And that boy, I'm telling you, Obito's the best. I don't care what nobody does. Like, Pain a close second. Madara, he's somewhere. I don't know. But Obito, bro. It's Obito. Particularly, fucking Madara swagger jack and Obito. But it's not even like he's swagger jacked. He defined what Madara's swagger was. It's really Madara who swagger jacked Obito, who swagger jacked Madara's voice. That's really what happened. Because old man Madara did not have that swagger of that, I'm sure. So Obito had to improvise, I think. And then Madara was like, that was nice. Let me take that from you. I don't know, though. That is headcanon.
Yeah. I just love little moments like that. Even when Obito was just in the rain, he was like, wait, am I perspiring? No. It's just the rain. These fools can never make me sweat.
Never make me sweat. The fact
Or when, I was like, ooh.
crazy. White Mask Obito is different, bro. It's a different beast.
Or it's good, but it just doesn't hit the same, man. It doesn't hit the same, to be honest.
Bro, I think Jura and Hidachi have the potential. They have that kind of like Akatsuki aura. I think they would have made great Akatsuki members. But it's just really them. The other ones got washed. And then like Mamushi is just like this wild card that I've been saying for years is the wild card. The one that stood out the most to me. I think he's going to be kind of like the main villain. Because, bro, Jura ain't a villain, bro. Like, he made this so clear. He could have pursued them, bro. Just let them leave multiple times. He just sitting there shooting the shit. He getting called lame or ick. Bro, come on, bro. Like, bro, could you imagine Lord Frieza talking about some ick? This is what the kids called ick. Like, come on, bro. Like, it just took all the menace. It took all the aura, the menace out of them. It's cool and all. But I think they're going to. I actually think they're going to be characters like Piccolo and Vegeta. They're just converts. They're future antagonists, or future anti-heroes. They're going to be assets. That much is clear to me. I think.
Nah.
Get over his rage shit. Once we tame him a little bit, teach him some lessons, educate him, he'll be just fine. He's just spazzing out because he's kind of like it's growing pains. He's stretching out a little too much, and he's tall as hell. He's kicking us in the back of the head. That's all it really is. We gotta give him some time to cook.
The moment Jura lost all aura for me wasn't that. It's when his stupid hat starts flapping in the wind like hair. What's he doing, bro? Looks so goofy.
I was so happy when Boruto cut that one foot off. I'm like, can you make it a matching set, bro? Like, this.
Wow.
Jorah's like, my damn feet.
Just hover, bro. Just hover, okay? Don't walk no more.
Just gonna be hopping on one leg.
Yeah, just glide, bro. I don't know.
Jura got his hands in his pockets in the most inconvenient poses. It's not to look cool. At this point, it's a self-imposed challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's trying to aura. It's like he's trying to learn how to aura farm. It's like not doing it quite right. It's like, bro, it's like he learned from observation. There's nobody taught him. It's like, bro, you're doing you're hitting all the beats, but it's just hollow, bro. It's just not you. You're not this like swaggy, like you're just goofy as fuck. Deep down inside, Jura's just a goof. And that's a beautiful thing, bro. He's a goofy ass, awkward nerd kid who just need to be watching anime and like playing video games. That's really what he is, bro. He's just a little child that just need to be taught correctly. But I think Mamushi, that dude's sinister, bro. That dude out here creeping
definitely.
on, like, he chose the most, I would say, the smartest target personally. Like, Jura chose like love and shit, and he out here choosing like strategic tactics. Like, I want that fucking Senri gun. Fuck all this love shit, bro. So yeah, Mamushi is definitely like the one I got my eye on.
Oh, do you think that's why he chose Ada as his target?
It's
either instinctually, like his instinct led him, his intuition led him to like what could yield, not the most powerful target, but like the what could yield him the most benefit. And I think that's going to come through Ada for sure. And plus, from a narrative perspective, you can't have on the side of the protagonist future sight and present and past sight. Like that's absolute knowledge in totality for the most part. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous power to have for the protagonist. So to balance that out, give the antagonist that damn Senrigan for sure.
There's one thing I wanted to mention or ask you guys, especially since Wade in your chat, Mello, is asking, since Juro knows that Naruto is alive, I think should be interesting going forward. And the fact that Amado would know that now too, I'm wondering if Amado will use this information to bargain with Kawaki to probably, do what he wants. I don't know what you guys think about that.
I mean, hey, absolutely, yeah. It's just another chip he holds over his head. Not only can he just deactivate Kawaki at any point, but that's not necessarily something he wants to do right now. But, hey, put karma on my daughter, or I'm telling everyone about Naruto. He's alive.
But wouldn't omnipotence... Well, I guess that omnipotence doesn't really affect Naruto, so... That's just a lie.
Well, let's also ignore the fact that they retconned the fact that Ada originally told Shikamaru that Naruto was, taken away by some weird black portal. You know, the thing that Shikamaru's seen 3 times teleport people away.
Is that what she told him?
Yeah, it was before omnipotence.
I feel like some Mandela effect. I don't remember that. Oh, no, I do remember that, actually. No, you're right. When she looked into it. Yeah, because I thought she was lying.
We have to just ignore that. That's just been retconned. They dropped it. That Ikemoto forgot.
That did happen, actually.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy you remember that.
But now everyone thinks Naruto's dead, so there you go.
I guess she technically did lie. Bro, there's no shot Shikamaru's not already a singularity, bro. He's too smart, bro. He's going to figure out, bro, how does this guy have this intel? And Toads, bro, this is number one. This is Koji. Number two, he can see the future by some means. I think he's gonna put at least those two together. I mean, it's Shikamaru, for God's sake. If he already doesn't know, then he's going to find out. So I think that's going to be a problem once you have another singularity, or what is that what he called them, singularity? But once you have another person who knows, then that could just mess up the future. Although Boruto seems to be doing a great job of that himself, so. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
on the plus side though, we're gonna get Borishiki again, so that's fun.
Yay! Finally, Boruto at full power.
Yeah, but you bring up a good point though, Mela. Do you think that Shikamaru, through his intelligence, can figure out the future on his own to become a singularity of fate, or do you think Koji has to tell him for him to become a singularity of fate? Let's just say he knows that Koji knows the future, but Koji hasn't told him what the future is. A normal person would not be a singularity fate with that in mind. With Shikamaru, he might be able to somehow get some kind of manipulation or information or something to figure out the future on his own, in which case I think he would be a singularity if that's the case. But he would have to either believe it to be the future based on probability, or he would just have to somehow, through intelligence, somehow just know it's going to happen.
Yeah, unless you think Boruto is a singularity not because of the information Koji told him, but because he just has the Byakugan of Momo that can see the future. Unless you think that's the reason, which I don't think, then it should just be the exact same situation with Boruto, with Shikamaru.
Well, I think it's you're a singularity of fate up until the moment that you know the future of comes to pass. So if Boruto only knows the future a month in advance, 2 months later, he's no longer a singularity of fate.
Well, I think singularities they scale in terms of impact. So it's you can know, but if you're not actively trying to, I think the problem comes in when you try to do something or you deviate or you get too in your head and you start thinking, oh man, if I do this, then was I always meant to do this? Or if I do this, then maybe I'm messing up the future. And then that's when it starts to mess up. But just knowing isn't really a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree. That said, I don't think you're a singularity of fate when you change the future. I think you can be a singularity of fate, and it's when you act as a singularity of fate is when the future changes. Just going along with what you said there. But yeah.
That is interesting. It'd be funny if there's like a way to like stumble into being a singularity. Like you're such a like a paranoid person. You just like zig when you're supposed to zag. I don't know, you just defy fate. You're just random as hell, like schizo a little bit. But I did want to like mention. I'd be remiss if you know the local Sarda fan, if I didn't mention like how wonderful her actual growth and development as a character is. Never mind just like the power ups, which is I think super interesting when it comes to battle shonen in particular, especially from like a female character. Um, in battle shonen, typically it's just like it's either emotional or character growth, but not power growth. You think Sakura in the Forest of Death in part one, um, or it's like power growth, but not really that much character growth. Um, I'm not really sure what that would look like, but a combination of the two, I think, would be like a Tsunade with the blood stuff, or like a Sakura when she's like, standing back to back with Naruto and Sasuke in the war arc. I think they're doing the same thing with Sarada here, which I think is fantastic. She got her power up, and that's cool. But they link the power up to her actual emotional and character development, which is dope for an Uchiha. So I just think they just did they're doing a fantastic job writing her. There are some issues I have, but outside of that, those little nitpicks, just brilliant writing and great character development. And this is like extremely mature stuff. Like this, like they just, yeah, this was just an adult, mature conversation, and you just see the growth from where they were to where they are, and you kind of get this gauge of when she actually started developing fillers. So this was just well written, well choreographed in a way, and I really, really like this scene. So, and shout out to Sumire as well. Like, the scene doesn't really work if you don't have like a really good second to play off of, and she played her role very well. So I no, this was fantastic for sure, and this is the kind of stuff I want from something like this. When you deal with a series that deal with like preteens and teenagers and young adults, this is inevitable and this is real, and it adds that layer of depth that I think it's not quite Boruto, reminiscing about what he's lost, but it's definitely in that vein for sure. I think so. It's in the series, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You guys had anything else? Any points?
So to clarify, you liked Sarada this chapter.
I like Sarada pretty much every chapter, to be honest. So, I'm not sure if I can think of a chapter where I didn't like Sarada. But
Okay.
That's a little sis.
But, well, I can definitely think of one that you definitely didn't like Sarada, that being the Fujita Bandits arc when she bit her glasses that one time.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, that was before my time, but I did see that image. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I did not like Sarada in that chapter.
Yeah, all that creepy, weirdo child predation stuff. Yeah, that ain't my speed, bro. It's not my style at all. That's why I make it clear I'm a Sarada fan, but ain't none of that weird stuff. That's why I call her little sis frequently and often. Okay, so people won't get it confused. He's one of us. No, I am not. Okay, no thank you.
I want to throw it out there that I agree with everything you said, Melon. The only issue I have with Sarada is, as I said, I just want context for her like growth in strength over the 3 years. That's the only thing that's missing for me personally.
What do you mean by context? Like explicit or implicit?
I would say explicit, really and truly.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because what's the best way I can put this?
If you don't know, you don't know. You just like I feel like I can explain her power up, but you need to know Uchiha lore and just know the character. But if you don't know that, then yeah, it wouldn't even like how is she this strong? So I get you for sure.
Yeah, all right. The way I'd put it, man, is the issue I have in quotes, big quotes, is that I just don't want Boruto as a series to thread that, or go on that thin line where Dragon Ball Super's anime went in terms of characters jumping in power without proper context, and I think Sarada and where she is now, where I don't have a problem where she is, I just have a issue in kind of missing context in how she got there. And I'm talking about like not really talking about the Mangekyo Sharingan stuff, but yeah, even like in terms of her performance against Hidari, etc., etc. Yeah, because I always use this long example of, or no, not long example, but this is like the best example I could give is Naruto leaving the village with Jiraiya for the 2.5 to 3 years, and then coming back and beating Kaguya. That's the level of power jump I kind of feel Sarada went through, and it kind of doesn't make sense to me, you know. So it kind of makes me feel concerned. I don't think they'll continue to just boost characters to this unrealistic level without context. But I think in Sarada's case, it's like an example of kind of threading that thin line between it making sense and not making sense.
So, regardless of it making sense, I am curious on something. This will be sort of helping Mello's case, even though usually I'd be on your case on this one, Sanjay. So,
yeah. Case.
So I don't know. I'm just using a random word there. So
he already knows what my case is.
Okay. I'm curious, Sanjay. Regardless of it making sense or not, I'm curious why. Assuming that you would think this way, but I'm assuming you do. Why would you think that you, along with the rest of the fan base, including me, would be almost looking past or more okay with or accepting of or immersed by the fact that Kid Obito went from basically fodder to like a year later he's Minato level, whereas we look at Sarada, who did practically the same jump, if you like, maybe not in terms of actual numbers, but like from like perception of the audience, you could say it's a big, huge jump. Why would we not be okay with it there when we are okay with it for Obito? Outside of context, maybe? But yeah.
No, but I have to kind of give context because
okay.
In Sarada's case, we can make some, I guess, logical assumptions based on the foundation of progression of Uchiha through the series. Fine. But outside of that, it's not like the story told us, oh, she went to train with Tsunade, Sakura, Orochimaru, etc., etc. In Obito's case, it's like, okay, there's some context there where it's like, okay, Hashirama cells. Oh, and let me throw out the disclaimer. I know it's the Naruto universe, so I know it's a case where if you have a hacks, even if somebody's like stronger than you stat-wise on paper, you can still more than likely defeat them. So let me throw out that disclaimer as well. So between the Hashirama cells, Kamui, Minato kind of trying to figure out Kamui while fighting Obito, quote unquote, in big quotes, being quote unquote trained by Madara. So even if I throw out those 3 points, it's still more context than what we've gotten for Sarada in Two Blue Vortex. So that's what I'm saying. There's like no context for why she's as strong as she is. It's kind of like, as I said, Naruto leaving the village with Jiraiya and then coming back and eating Kaguya. Is like, when you think about it in that from that perspective, is like, that kind of sounds weird, you know? Like, but if you think about it,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, but if you think about it, right, it's kind of like that jump because
Ryan ain't do shit for that boy.
Exactly, but we'd probably consider all the Shinju above Code, right? And then we consider Code above Jigen, and Jigen above Naruto and Sasuke. And this is a Naruto and Sasuke that's stronger than they were 15 years ago in the last era. So it's kind of like Sarada made the jump from maybe like early Shippuden levels, arguably speaking, wherever you want to put her in Shippuden wise in Part 1 Boruto. And then she made the jump past Hashirama, past Madara, past all the 6 past characters, past Kaguya. You see, it doesn't make sense because there's no context.
So before Mello,
past Jigen, past and then past Code, and you're telling me compared to all the characters over the course of from when Madara and Hashirama were in their prime, who were actively in combat and training, couldn't make that same jump. It doesn't make. It just feels like she got that point for the sake of the plot, and then we just start from there. You know, that's the thing.
And not like an earned progression.
She's the most impressive pure shinobi in history. What I mean by pure is like no external boost, like just her raw, natural, God-given abilities to reach this level. No shinobi in history has ever reached this level without an external boost, ever. None of them.
Exactly. So Sanjay, I'm not
gonna.
Makes
sense, though. I can explain it to you.
Real quick, I'm not gonna say that this should be or is the explanation for such an insane boost, but if this is a genuine question. Do we think that Sarada, or I guess this could apply to any Uchiha who does this, do we think them unlocking the Mangekyo in general is like a boost to their stats in general, like when they're in base? When 2 Blue Vortex Sarada is in base because she unlocked the Mangekyo already, is she stronger than she otherwise would have been? That goes for, I guess, every Uchiha.
Good question. Good question. To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say on that one. If it's like just an overall boost to stats.
So
I have an answer, but yeah, I'll wait.
Immortal thoughts? This would not just be base, but like 1 Tomoe, 2 Tomoe, 3 Tomoe, whatever you want to say. I mean, I don't think they ever use 1 or 2 Tomoe once they get 3 Tomoe, but you get the idea. Like with 3 Tomoe, Sharingan Sarada be stronger because she's unlocked her Mangekyo. Like, regardless of 2 Blue Vortex Sarada, let's just look at end of part 1 Sarada. Let's just say, if she deactivates her Mangekyo, activates her 3 Tomoe, and goes after Boruto at the end of the prophecy arc, is she going to be stronger than if she just never unlocked her Mangekyo?
You know,
I think... What's the description of Mangekyo again?
What's that?
What's the description of Mangekyo? Like, how does it manifest again? Cause I know the normal chakra. I know like the normal Sharingan is just like the special chakra is released from the brain, traveling through the optic nerve or to the optic nerve, blah blah blah, whatever Tobirama said, and then that's how the Sharingan manifests. But like, how does the? And I know like there's like strong emotions basically tethered to Mangekyo, but like, is there another special chakra released?
That's a good question. They don't really explicitly say that.
Because I think there has to be. Because otherwise Susanoo doesn't make sense.
It doesn't transform. It's just like the chakra overlays atop the eye like a vessel, and then that's the pigmentation. So if you look at the Mangekyo, it still has the exact same... The pattern changes, obviously, but the pigmentation is there. So I would imagine the same thing is happening with the Mangekyo that's happening with the base Tomoe Sharingan, which is that the chakra is released by some means, and it travels the optic nerve, and is imprinting onto the totem that's the eyeball. So if that's happening, what I would say is... It just depends on what you think about the released energy. Does it awaken? The awakening release it permanently, or does it like release it for the moment and then it just represses, or like it contracts and retracts as you activate it and deactivate it? If that's the... So basically, do you have access to the Sharingan special chakra that would linger enough to boost your base? And I don't think so. All the time.
Yeah, I was just going to say no, because I was just going to bring up the example of Kakashi unlocking the... That's
not fair, because Kakashi doesn't count. He's not Uchiha. He got the eye from Obito. He got the 6 path chakra from Obito in the War Arc, if we want to use that as well. Yeah. So that's just an outlier.
You should still have that, by the way. You should still have that. But I'm just saying. If Naruto retained it, he should retain it. I'm just...
Fair point.
I feel like it's same as like Baryon mode. It just like burned out. Is the explanation they're going with there.
That is so lame.
I agree.
Obito could have stuck around. He's an eternal being that will never die. Like, stick around, bro. Like, make a copy of your chakra like fucking everybody else does. That wasn't even Hagoromo, okay? That was a copy of that, brother. And then, like, stick with Naruto. I mean, stick with him. Yes, my favorite character. I can't remember his name.
Obito.
But I think if DMS Kakashi was like the last board, bro, it wouldn't even be a series, bro. Everybody dying. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. It's up for everybody. Momoshiki, good luck against DMS full power prime Kakashi. Okay, Hokage.
Yeah, but what I would say is I do think it is permanent, but I think that's different from being active or not. I think the Mangekyo Sharingan chakra is permanent regardless of the Mangekyo's activated or not, because blind Madara is able to use Susanoo. Now, whether it's chakra that is always active or not, that is different, because is Susanoo chakra different from normal chakra, or is it the exact same thing? If Madara makes a fire-style fireball jutsu, is he using Mangekyo chakra to do that, or normal chakra? Can he use Mangekyo chakra for that if it is different? So that's where it gets a little bit more ambiguous. But no, they just have permanently the Mangekyo chakra, at the very least.
Well, I don't even think you need this. And I'll make it even worse for you, Sanjay.
Okay.
It could get worse 2 ways. Number one, she did confirmably, canon-wise, have a mental nerf on herself, which is fucking insane. She's boxing with Hidari and has a mental nerf, my god. And then too, she could be siphoning chakra for the Byakugo seal, similar to Sakura. And at the beginning of Shippuden, when she's fighting Sasori, and we never really knew she was not even anywhere near her full power, yet she was still pulling off incredible things. It could be the same thing with her. Like she just, even though she's like this powerful, she's still nerfed, and that's probably why she passed out from that one attack. Maybe. I doubt it. If Ikimoto wrote that in, even for as a Sarada fan, that's ridiculous. Like that's a crazy. But she's an Uchiha, so they get emotional Zenkai boost. We know this, and she's super sensitive because of the era in which she was born. So her boosts are going to be bigger because she's not stoic like Itachi and Sasuke. Like things affect her deeply, and then so you take those two situations, and then you take the context in which she even awakened Mangekyo, and then Boruto, Naruto, her father's gone. Nobody believes her for years. Like, just look at the beginning of Two Blue Vortex. It literally starts it off with her in a heightened emotional state. So this has been sustained for at least two or so years from an Uchiha who is the only Uchiha in history that's been born under her very unique conditions that makes her super sensitive, and then thus her emotional outbursts or emotional boosts rather are going to be way bigger. So it makes sense when you factor in her genetic. She's maximizing her genetic potential without even like wanting to. It's fucking insane. And then she's suppressing herself. She finally actualizes it, reawakens her. She didn't even have to die, poor Yodo, but reawakens. Right, and then she's just like even more powerful. And then you tether a love of Boruto on top of it, which is going to make her even more powerful. And God forbid something happened to that boy, because then she's going to become more powerful. It's crazy. She's a Super Saiyan basically. She's a Saiyan of the Naruto verse, and she awakened her Super Saiyan, her legendary apex Uchiha power, the Mangekyo Sharingan. I think people forget this. This is the apex of Uchiha. EMS is not really, that's some super special condition you got to know about the shit. Typically, the apex is Mangekyo. That's the thing Fugaku was going to conquer Konoha with. Okay? So, in battle Minato and then conquer and tame the Nine Tails, it's Mangekyo. Yeah. So, this is not out of the realm of possibility, but I will say the jump it's amazing. That is an amazing jump.
While I will definitely agree with you, all of those factors definitely play a part in her getting a massive boost. I'd still disagree with how much she was boosted, but one thing I will say, and I hope this kind of rectifies my concern / issue in, I guess, hindsight, retroactively, whichever the case may be, whenever they decide to explore why she's not affected by omnipotence, I would dare to say that could be a factor in hindsight whenever we do get to it, in terms of why she probably had that boost as well. So
somebody calling
I don't know. That was weird. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. What do you think that is?
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I got no theories on that one, man. but no theories at all.
Fair enough.
But
I'm kind of scared of theories. Well, not scared. That's the wrong word. I'm a little concerned about doing theories because
Immortal, you're echoing.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
And it's mostly like, it's like, okay, oh, beware, for those blue eyes shall eventually take. I'm like, oh, what's that gonna be? Oh, that was kind of anticlimactic. Oh, okay. The scar. Oh, I wonder how that's gonna. Oh, wait a minute, that was kind of anticlimactic. Oh, Shogun. Well, I don't know when the last time I even saw it. So it's like, bro, why even bother, bro?
I get you. But as you mentioned the blue eyes thing, somebody needs to put that panel of Momoshiki on the left, and then Momoshiki wanted to die on the right.
He was so cocky, bro. How did you not? And they had the note to you can't use it to see into your future, but I can. It's like, yeah, you looked into the future and saw that you didn't get that you were here. Like, come on, bro. Like, what is the use of future sight if it didn't show you like the shit that matters? It showed you everything up until the point where you would fail. That's such an ass ability, bro. Nah, bro. His own Shinjutsu is like fucking trolling him. It's crazy.
It's
fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. Oh god, Momoshiki is such
it's like Koji looked through prescience. He's like, oh, I finally located the version of Boruto I want to like copy abilities, and his juice just lags out. He's just out of bandwidth. He's like, oh, you gotta be quicker than that. It's like, bro, what the fuck is happening, bro? Like, you're supposed to show me the future. Like, what is this? Like, as soon as I get to where I want to go, you take it away from me. This is trash. But yeah, poor Momo. And where the hell is Kenshiki? And where's Urashiki? This is bro, it's a lot, bro. Toneri gone. I'm still trying to figure out like, where's this time traveling turtle gonna pop back up? Like, I'm waiting for it, bro.
Oh.
It gotta be something. Like when we, bro, it's gonna be Goku on Namek. We about to explode, and he gonna pop out of nowhere. Oh,
Bro,
hi, Boruto. You need
you
help?
think that's it, man? They're gonna copy off something. They're gonna copy the Cell killing Trunks scene. Someone's gonna be trying to use the turtle, and then the final villain's going to kill him and travel back in time, and all sorts of foolishness, bro.
Bro, I think this universe is destroyed at some point because everything is set up for it to happen, bro. Like, I think it's gonna be like some kid boo shit where like Boruto's flying. He's oh man, I either save Amato or I save like I save Amato and Shikamaru because Koji told me to, or I save Sarada and like my sister. Which one? Oh, and then he has to like leave Sarada and Himawari to die because the plan. Yeah, because the plan Koji dies and like he sets him up with one final plan. And he needs Amato and Shikamaru's intelligence to execute the plan, like him So that could be sick. And I definitely think we can get like a kid boost situation with that. But
yeah, with saving Hercule, that'd be freaking dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's Hercule in this situation? Like, is Shikamaru Hercule or Amato?
Probably Konohamaru.
Either way, Hercule is great. Like he literally saved the universe. So either way, like it's a dub. So
that was great writing there. I posted something in chat. I thought it was hilarious, based on something you were saying earlier. The bottom right corner, Boruto. So someone said this was foreshadowing. So Boruto says, "You're gonna shove my consciousness into a corner. Fine, if that's even possible. I'll make sure you can never emerge again. You'll be the one to despair in the future." Bro, if only we knew at the time.
Fabulous.
Boruto wasn't capping.
Yo, I was ready to debunk this, bro.
It happened.
Bro, this is debunked. No, I can't lie. That's what happened. That is exactly. Bro was literally like, yo, I just want sweet nothing. I was like, damn.
Bro made sure he stayed true to his word. Momoshiki doesn't even want to die. He wants to not exist anymore. It's even worse.
Yo, what if it's like an Inception? Like, he's stuck in Boruto, but Kenshiki's stuck in him, and nobody can just get out. Kenshiki's just bitching the Momoshiki, who's bitching the Boruto. It's like, bro, can y'all just separate? Okay, like better apart. Okay, let's do it. You know what they need? They need to like hop dimensions and go see freaking Super Vegeta so he can like defuse them or something with his like fucking Yardratian diffusion ability now. That could be pretty sick. That could be pretty sick. Yeah. Just defuse all of them. Yo, so what do you think about Sasuke? So obviously we need to go back to that dimension to free Sasuke. That's probably why Inojin was there, maybe. If that, or was that Orochimaru's hideout? I think that was Orochimaru's hideout. But
wait, isn't Sasuke on Earth?
Dimension?
Is this tree?
Yeah, he's on Earth. He's in the wind country.
Maybe I'm thinking of Hirari. Go there to get Hirari. Because when Boruto was there originally, I think in chapter 4, bro was reluctant to leave because Hirari was there. So that's interesting. But I think Phoenix might have a point. Sasuke could die if you look at Moege. But at the same time, Hirari didn't manifest until Moege's, Mitsari manifested. So that might play a role or something like that. But
I still want to know
for sure.
What happens if you try to stick someone else's soul thorn into the wrong person's tree? Like if Boruto took Moegi's soul thorn, brought to Sasuke, what happens?
Probably nothing. Just like a rejection.
It's possible.
It probably gets like a 404 not found on the tree, maybe.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean,
like Wi-Fi signal lost. Like, no, bro, it's the wrong router. It's crazy. But it's like, was Mitsari that strong because she was siphoning chakra from Moege? There has to be some conversion ability or some kind of like amplification happening. It can't just be Moege's chakra control. Or like her chakra control using Moege's chakra. got her to even capture Boruto at that level is insane.
I mean,
don't know,
seemingly the
it's-
Shinju all have the same abilities as the user, and so I assume that would come from their chakra. That would only make sense if it was Kekkei Genkai, though, because otherwise it's just a learned ability that anyone can do, and so I guess that would just be the mental capacity of the user.
Maybe they can't do Kekkei Genkai. Like, maybe Hidari just will never have a Sharingan.
I mean, okay, wood style doesn't count because they're literally trees, but Moegi was using wood style.
True. But I mean more so like the humans they're based off of, like their Kekkei Genkai. But yeah, no, you're right about Moege for sure. Bro, I'm telling you, isn't Moege that kid that was in Orochimaru's like test tube in the anime? That was like next to Yamato?
No,
when
that
he
was
a
someone
kid?
else. She died.
It looks just like her though. They have orange hair and everything.
I mean, it'd
I
be
don't know.
really cool.
It's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I think we maybe touched on everything. I think.
Okay.
Let me see real quick.
One more thing, I did have a question for y'all. How strong do you think the Mangekyo Sharingan makes Uchiha? Do you think it's the same boost per Uchiha, or is it different? Like, did Sarada get a stronger, like, not in terms of like, I'm talking about like gap in power. Like, do you think it makes Sarada triple as strong as she was, 40% stronger? How do you think it, like, the numbers play out? Or maybe it adds like a set exact amount of chakra per user. Like for Fugaku and Sarada, it's adding 150 units of chakra, the exact same thing. Like how exactly?
I think I'd probably go with it depends on how drastic the loss they experience was. It depends on that. But yeah, I think I'll go with that. Even though I'm tempted to say number wise, but I'd probably focus more on the utility, the techniques they get. Utility of the techniques that they obtain. Yeah. Or so
I think it's probably I don't know, because did Sarada get stronger or did she just have better abilities?
As I'm saying, the utility of the techniques.
Yeah, like 'cause if you just look back in the lore and stuff, like I'm trying to think, did Sasuke just get stronger with his Mangekyo?
I mean,
or was it just like he just had better abilities?
He should get stronger, but it feels like the Mangekyo is just abilities, but he should get stronger.
I mean, you could definitely say with like the EMS, yeah, he definitely did get like a boost. But it's hard to say with just a regular Mangekyo.
Yeah. But I think there's more so like the mechanic, like the process, because he's like, I can feel Itachi's power. I don't know if that's literal or just like poetic. I think it's probably poetic, but I think power scalers want it to be literal. So it's like he just stacked Itachi's chakra on top of his own. But I don't know. It's weird because it's like Madara was this like this weird kind of hybrid vessel thing, but his body couldn't house Kaguya's power. But these people are supposed to be over Kaguya, so how is Sarada's body housing this much power? It's like there has to be something on the genetic level that just, and I think the answer is obvious. It's Orochimaru, the umbilical cord with the girl that had a crush on Sasuke, who I always forget her name. And it's probably like some weird curse mark genetic passing down or some six-pass chakra inheritance.
I mean, it's something.
Real quick, can y'all just explain that to me as someone who's dumb and doesn't know what the words they were using was and never bothered to look it up? I think they said surrogate. What does that mean? What did Karin actually do at Sarada's birth?
Somebody's echoing?
Oh, sorry.
So sorry. So I was asking, what does surrogate mean? What did Karin actually do at Sarada's birth?
I thought a surrogate was someone that brought the child to term and gave birth to them.
Yeah. But, like, Sarada was in Sakura's belly, not Karin's, right?
Where'd you get the word
Karin just
surrogate
helped
from?
I
thought you just helped deliver her.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the Sakura arc in the anime, like, they had her umbilical cord. And what was important about that in Orochimaru's hideout, and what was important about that to me is just Orochimaru is the geneticist. He even the conversation between him and Sarada for the first time was about her genetics. So I thought that was a little on the nose. Like, interesting. Even all the way back then, I was thinking, that's interesting. Like, this is the last guy you would want your daughter's genetics in the hands of. And then, like, of course, he experimented on Sasuke, so that could just be a generational thing. But yeah, sorry.
No, I
But
know.
that could be,
I
like, an
yeah. So I do
explanation
think
for
she
some
did
of that
deliver her because that's what it makes it feel like. I don't know where I'm getting the word surrogate in. Well, I do know from memory, but I'm assuming my memory is correct. If it's not, then I apologize. But I mean, regardless of that, we can all agree it doesn't make sense if you touch someone's umbilical cord and then you do a DNA test on that umbilical cord. You're not going to get one person's DNA. It's not going to be the DNA of the person whose hand skin was on the umbilical. You're going to get the person's DNA who is the umbilical cord first and foremost. Let's just be for real.
Yeah, Sarah's DNA.
Yeah, so that was just ridiculous from the get-go.
I just don't think they use the word surrogate, but I don't know. I just gotta take your word for it. But yeah.
It could be wrong.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for now.
Yeah.
Unless you guys had another topic for sure. I think we got plenty of clips, some good stuff here. For
Now
some
we
content.
could end it here,
That's
and in a
what's-
few days or whenever we could get back together. Hopefully, Kamui can be there for that one too.
Nice. I really like seeing them train, and I want some more of that. So that could be. This is kind of like Sarada training in the field, basically like Koji training her indirectly. But I kind of just wanted like your Naruto just sits down, breaks down some like when he was training with like Toad Sage Mode or training to learn KCM1. That's really cool stuff. Or like training with Kakashi. I want to see it, damn it. But yeah.
Oh man, that's not gonna happen, Melon. Remember, so next arc, what's gonna happen is Chocho is actually going to, dodge and counter Jura, and then we'll have Chocho above 10 tails, Madara as well. So we'll probably have that.
Bro, don't underestimate JoJo, bro. Do not do
Okay,
it.
fine.
But I can't wait for Enojin to surpass JoJo. Real quick, Mello, just because you just said it, I just put something in chat for you. So there you go.
Nice. I see it. Yeah.
Something pretty cool.
See, like that kind of stuff. And since I've been getting really like kind of deep into meditation recently, yeah, like just in like this kind of concept of like exploring your internal mind, and I've been working with kind of like thought constructs to kind of like organize my like inner thoughts and stuff, and it's like extremely amazing stuff. Like if you know how, like if you're capable of like doing it and stuff. I know some people strangely they don't have an internal dialogue. I did not know that was a thing. They don't, and they can't see images or constructs in their mind's eye. It's weird to me, but I respect it. But yeah, just seeing that kind of stuff, like seeing like Sarada's growth kind of mirrors like kind of like me arriving at certain conclusions about myself and just admitting certain things, just moving forwards. So I respect what the series is right now with this kind of growth because it kind of mirrors my journey a little bit. So maybe that's a little biased, but just as a rating, I would give this chapter maybe oof.
I'd say it's an 8 for me, but
yeah, Sanjay, you go. This is an 8 for you.
yeah, it's an 8 for me. I think all things considered, we get to see what happens with the restoring somebody back from a tree. We get a show don't tell type of situation. I mean, we have
although we did get tail with Shinky, but
well, yeah, true. I mean, we do have the setup for the political discourse with Shikamaru and the elders. We have that. We have Himawari training, some more context for why she's as strong as she is. Context I still want for Sarada, just still throwing that out there. But there's that. I do like again the conversation between Sarada and Sumeri, the just maturity of it. And I mean, it helps that Sumeri, I've always seen her as a character that's been emotionally mature from part one. They're definitely healthy. That helps it make it refreshing to me too. Momoshiki coming back, kind of setting that up as well. No matter how you want to take it.
Too.
Yeah, well,
I hope Sumeri and Boruto get together. Yeah, if anything.
That would be, that would go against the grain, right? Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Really quick, Sanjay. You said this chapter we got more in terms of Shikamaru and the elders?
No, it gets the setup for the political discourse between them. I was kind of expecting it this chapter, but the only thing we got was just that, he's going to, I guess, do that next chapter. But we got the setup.
Okay. You were saying you were expecting, not that we did get it. Okay, because I was like, did I miss a page?
Why do we not have any more elders besides these two people, bro?
Bro, they're the two missing Otsutskis, dog. Clearly.
Bro, that'd be some boondock shit, like the Hatocracy. Like, just people you would not expect to whoop your ass. Just, whoa, what happened just now? I just got a foot to the face. Like, whoa.
I like
yeah.
Riley underestimating some of the people.
Yeah,
talkers.
She just whooping his ass and talking shit at the same time. That was great. That was great. Nah, I just what about you, Phoenix? How you rating this chapter?
Same thing as Sanjay. 8 out of 10.
That's fair. That's fair. Oodie?
I was hoping you weren't gonna ask. Okay, you're asking. I'm gonna answer you. This is gonna be what we discuss next time, not this time. This was the worst chapter in the entire franchise.
Like Boruto franchise or like Boruto Naruto?
Boruto and Naruto. The worst chapter
does not work against me.
The worst chapter released in the entire universe. Boruto, Naruto, everything, you name it. Worst chapter of all of it.
Huh. Well, why? I guess that's always a good question to ask. Why?
Well, okay. Without getting into it, it's because it ruined a lot of characters.
Without getting into it.
What characters did it ruin?
We'll get into it next time. But,
Oh,
well, okay, one that I think we'll all agree with. Momoshiki.
Nah, bro, Momo been ruined, bro.
But this chapter confirmed it, Mello. That's the problem.
Put the nail in the coffin. Yeah.
he really can't do anything at this given point unless Boruto says he's gonna allow him to do something.
Sorry, like, what do you guys feel about Boruto just like relying on Momo? Like, you're not gonna go train?
Sense. Well, okay, that's why I said multiple characters. This chapter ruined Boruto. No more, it ruined the main character.
Nah, see, I don't agree with that because I think, well, I kind of have a problem with it, but I think it's good for his development because he's a little too and I think Igimo has done a great job with not making him the male version of a Mary Sue, a Gary Stu. But it was looking like that for a little bit, especially around like the Mitsuki stuff. It's like, okay, I get where we're going with this. But then, like, even if you look at chapter 4, like he lost, like definitively. And ain't no, yeah. So like, Ikimo has done a great job. I just, a little concerned about that a little bit.
The only way I'm okay with Boruto's plan is if Boruto's just blatantly lying to Momoshiki to trick him. But that would only make Momoshiki even worse. Bro's already at rock bottom, and you're gonna hit him while he's down. Crazy.
So bro is down, isn't he? Bro, I hate these Otsu. I'm sorry. So what do you think? Okay, so you said flash forward. Got you. So at some point, I think maybe. So do you think the reason why Kawaki's still spazzing out during the flash forward is just because Boruto is relying on Momoshiki, that he's even willing to do that? Not that Momoshiki actually takes over or rampages. It's just like the willingness to use him is all he needs to know. But at the same time, like maybe his opinion has changed because he wants to seal, not kill. But I guess I'm not really sure what I'm asking you, but yeah.
I think I get it. I think that's definitely possible. I think the best way they can go about it is if Boruto was lying to Momoshiki, but Momoshiki likewise was lying to Boruto. So Boruto's gonna think the plan that is the actual plan is gonna go right, but something goes wrong to where Momoshiki actually does end up getting the upper hand. Obviously, it can't be permanently taking over Boruto's body, but he's gonna get some kind of win that Boruto wasn't expecting that's gonna set everything off, and most importantly, it's gonna set Kawaki off. It's gonna show that Boruto is unreliable. He was relying on Momoshiki, and there is going to have to be a consequence of it. It can't be that Boruto just does win whatever trick he might be playing. I think that's the best way they can go about it.
Do you think he kills somebody important?
The question would be who if they do that. I mean, one of the coolest people to do that with could be Naruto.
Wait, what?
I think maybe. Oh, damn, that'd be crazy. Naruto?
Right,
yeah.
Ooh, that.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be. Nah, because I kind of feel like Kawaki would have way more smoke during the flash forward if that happened. It wouldn't be no talking. I think he'd just be like Broly to Goku on that boy.
Well, the
Just
problem
grab
with
him by
that,
the head and drag him.
even in the prophecy arc, he sees Boruto as Momoshiki. Literally, he like in his head, he flashes. He can't see the two apart. Despite that, he can still see Boruto as his brother. He's treating him as his bro. The very first thing he did wasn't try and kill him. He tried to seal him in Daikokuten.
True.
He does still have feelings for him.
Fair point.
But yeah.
Cool. Those are just the questions I had. I think we got enough clips for that. Guys, always a pleasure. Sanjay, Phoenix, Oodie, I appreciate you guys coming through for the crew.
Absolutely.
Up and running.
Nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I give this chapter a 7 out of 10. I think so. I think that's fair. It's above average. Great character development. Great setup, I think, and just getting Momoshiki back in play and trying to redeem him, I think, can be pretty fun. And I'm excited for Borushiki personally. And I want a new design. I want a brand new horn style. I want some new techniques. Maybe he fights like an Otsutsuki instead of fighting like Boruto. So Rinnegan in the hand type stuff. All of that sounds really cool to me. So
Exactly.
I can't wait for that. That could be pretty sick. And I'm excited about Himawari's training. And I hope they get Killer B involved. I think that could be pretty sick. But the fact that I can even like theorize about any of that is just like a testament to the chapter. So yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Is it perfect? Of course not. But is it fun? Did I have fun with it? Yeah, I think I did. So 7 out of 10 for sure. But yeah, you guys have a great night, and yeah, just hit me up if you guys want to shoot the shit about anything really. But yeah, I'm always down to make some content if I have the time.
Definitely.
Absolutely. We'll do this again, hopefully soon.
Nice. Get Kamui on here and maybe Free Game and Bara and Kiddo and the rest of the boys.
So then we can really pop off it.
Yeah, bro. No, Kamui ain't gonna let nobody talk because he already got so much to say. I already like, bro is watching and texting you answers. I can't wait to hear his opinion on all of this. It's gonna be great. All right, boys. I'll see you guys later. All right.
I see.
Peace.
All right, Mellow. Respect. Shout out, everyone.
Bye bye.
Yeah, man.
All right, chat. Well, getting to your questions here. Let's see what you gotta say. That's right, Naishikage is the worst! In fact, you can go to our past 2 streams, even the beginning of this stream, to see some of our reasoning. But we're not done yet. We still have at least 2 more streams going over why it's the worst chapter in the entire franchise. But until then, I guess I'll just have to read your chat. You know, if it lets me, can I reach out, please? Spoon? Oh, no. Oh, did I? Okay. I hate that it does that. But here we go. Hopefully this side it just works. Okay. Scrolling way up. Shout out Mike C. Hey there, Discord! Hey! Thanks, Space! Hey, message. Even though we're about to end. We do dislike Kikimoto. You're right. Argue in Discord with Rudo. Well, we definitely do want to do that another night. We're literally the worst. Well, I'll give you this, Mike. We will stop reading the Boruto, but we're gonna keep reading Boruto. So, Rudo will be posting stuff. Not only will, he has been posting stuff. Literally read Boruto to hate. That's not true. Guys act like you wrote anything. Well, yes, Mike. I do act like it because I have wrote stuff. Just go to my Perfect Being YouTube channel and you can analyze the material I've written. Clearly has a plan. It's very clear. Alright, something I have. Has to be, can use his power. He did, in fact, do that. Y'all didn't even read the manga, but got the most to say. Well, we literally live streamed ourselves proof of reading it. So I'll let you go watch our reaction to the chapter. All I do is say, well, did you also watch the parts where we complimented the chapter? Because that would debunk you right there. Wait, we do read the manga. I thought we didn't actually read it. So which one are we going with? Boruto isn't actually giving us much money space. It's not a lot at all. Oh, they're not talking about Boruto gives them the most engagement. I actually don't think that's true. I think we would be a lot more popular if we discussed other things, but that's just my personal headcanon there. We do read JJK. We don't just read Boruto. In fact, we have public JJK streams on this channel. They also dislike JJK. Those guys are good. Alright, let's do this. Himawari's potential is insane. She's basically a walking Biju. Yes, basically. Result of Baryon mode, that's what I hope they explain since Naruto and Kurama's chakra sort of fused at the end. I think that's the coolest explanation, works way, way, way infinitely better than she was born with it. So that's what I'm going with for now. Has strong connections to the Susi clan. Yeah, well that... less so. I think that'd be more the Hyuga side of it. For the Kurama side, I want it to be because of Baryon mode, and that also explains why this Ninetales would be way stronger. Just like in the freaking One Tails form, not even. Freaking the Red Eyes form. Monoshiki Otsutsuki. Oh yeah, this is the Spanish. I was saying this earlier in chat. I don't know Spanish. So once Kamui gets here, we'll definitely translate that. Himawari and Kurama are one body and one soul, one being. And that doesn't make sense. I mean, that was the explanation for Baryon mode until Kurama lied. Naruto definitely didn't die, so... Kurama says in same chapter that her consciousness made him visible. Hence, the only form she saw Kurama in was small Kurama doll. Anime was giving hints. Technically, they are the same being. Yeah, I do think the way she's seeing Kurama is different from Naruto, since Himawari doesn't have the Ninetales sealed within her. To be fair, Naruto undid the seal, and Kurama was just living inside Naruto somehow, seemingly still in the unsealed seal, but that's okay. I think that somewhat kind of maybe makes sense? I don't know, more or less. Hagoromo shenanigans. There was also the place that Kurama was overseeing, so maybe he was actually living there, I don't know. But he can only appear in her consciousness. I agree with that. I'm pretty sure that's why Kurama said, I can't believe Tintails would sniff me out, because there's no difference between the two of them. See, the problem with that is that it should be like Momoshiki and Boruto, to where their, like, thought processes are overlapping, in which case it doesn't make sense for Kurama to not be heard by Himawari and vice versa. More the case, vice versa. Himawari should have known she had the Ninetales inside of her, just because the Ninetales was conscious and thinking. So, it doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. Kurama knows that the sensory unit and many ninja in the village are very used to his chakra signature, so why would he assume no one would be able to recognize his chakra signature in Himawari? Well, if they're one body, one soul, then I'm imagining they're sharing the exact same chakra as well, but that isn't how it was depicted, so I don't know what they're gonna do there. Ties back to them being one complete being? Exactly. Yeah, the Momoshiki and Boruto situation. Yeah, if Boruto goes in the village, I don't think they're sensing Boruto's chakra or Momoshiki's chakra. I think they're just sensing them as, like, one being at this point because the overriding of DNA or whatever. Momoshiki is a liar. Nonopola Sukuna. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. But you kinda always say that. LOL. This time we mean it, and Kamui agrees. But that's all the chat, and I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna end stream there. Thanks everyone for watching, and bye! Ikimoto failed! Ah!